How's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have Broken Earth with us, and he can say his name and what he does in the band.
Cool. Hello, my name is Raf. I am the vocalist of Broken Earth, and we've just put out our new song "Breathe," which you can check out on all the streaming services.
Amazing. We love it.
Yeah.
Raph and I totally were not talking for about 30 minutes before I decided to click the record button. And you may or may not see some funny things that we were talking about, prior to actually hitting the record button and watching the actual interview. So if you stay
Oh,
to the end, comedy gold, I'd argue.
It's total monkey bananas time.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
absolutely recommend it.
Is big. It's big moves. Honestly, it would be really funny if sometimes that I would take some of those clips and put it on Patreon because that would be amazing. But I love you guys so much that I don't want to keep that comedy gold hidden behind a paywall. So you don't
No.
skip ahead. I see you moving that cursor over to see if you can skip to the end. Don't do it because it's gonna be a great interview. No.
I will be watching.
Yeah, it will be watching with bated breath. If we see that, if I see the watch time dip, and then it comes back up later on,
yeah,
I'm gonna be upset.
We are actually in your walls right now. And if
I appreciate the dedication. Yeah, you're like we're ready to strike at any moment.
We are in your walls now, dear viewer.
Yeah.
And if you skip ahead, we will start messing with the pipes, and I don't know, you might get inconvenient water.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Inconvenient water. Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible. Yeah. That's worse than convenient water. So just remember that.
Yeah.
Inconvenient water's worse. So
yeah, your water supply is important, and we will mess it up.
Yeah. Yeah, because we can't do anything else because that would be deemed as like not cool things. So we're not going to do that because we're nice boys. But, listen, we want to lay down the law here and let you know that if you don't check the video out for the full extent of it.
Sometimes nice guys are not nice guys. Yeah.
Sometimes we show our muscle. That's it. But I want to give a shout out to Ophelia. I also want to apologize if we do say anything completely out of pocket. This is on you. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love Ophelia. I feel like I have the ability to joke with her now. Like I have had enough Australian bands that she is just kind of like just forcibly put my way that I feel like now I'm able to joke with her. So Ophelia, I don't want you to take this too harsh. I love you very dearly, and I appreciate all the Australian love you've been giving me. So that's it. That's great.
Yeah, I feel like we promise this won't bomb. It's okay. Like it's fine. We're cool. It's all good. Your rep is safe with us. Broken Earth seal of approval. A crisp high five and a thumbs up.
Yeah, the water pipes are going to be great. Don't worry about it. So
we are potentially maybe not in people's walls.
We are
cool.
Can confirm we are not. Can confirm that we're not in someone's walls, but we might
it's
be.
Okay.
The verdict isn't out on that one. So, but we're definitely not going to see. We're definitely not going to be. Hopefully, not be getting canceled for that. We're not. I don't think so. We said some nice stuff, so I think it's a counterweight here. But
it's going to balance out, we're just silly, cheeky little guys.
Just goofballs. We're just dudes being goofs, and that's it. That's the
just goofballs being goofballs, making vague threats.
Check our music out. Check Broken Earth out. They're great.
Check out Broken Earth. We might be.
Anyway, Raf, I have to ask, as being a nerd, and obviously we talked about that off camera, I'm also a music nerd. That's why I started doing this. But I wanted to know how Broken Earth started out. What is the origin story of the band? I feel like bands always have a very cool story, regardless of if they've met on whatever the Australian version of Craigslist is, or or I don't know how Australian bands meet, but hey, whatever. This is the time for you to tell us, unlock the truths of Australian bands.
Yeah. Absolutely. We actually have over here Gazza's page. That's the alternative to Craigslist, and
Oh.
Gaza just hooks up everyone. We just meet out the back, and if they pass the shrimp on a Barbie test, then they get a free ride in our Ute. That's how that goes.
That's
Um,
there's like a checkbox on the screen. It pops up. It's like shrimp on the bobby. Is that
yeah,
is that it? Does
second,
it pass?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes or no?
There should be a checkbox on this video being like second since last nonsense. you know.
I'm gonna be doing a lot of editing then, so that's every
um,
sentence we've made so far, I think. It's like ding 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 ding. Yeah.
no. So it's actually a really, I guess, long-winded sort of thing where,
Tell us all of it.
sure, man, I will give you the full Lord of the
Woo!
Rings. So,
411 baby.
yeah, man. So in the beginning, there was light. No.
Well, I mean, to be fair, earlier you did bring the light, and I thought for sure I was gonna just be melted by your sheer hotness. So I think we're.
Sorry, I'll keep it. I'll keep
Yeah.
this.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
there we
I'll
go.
just do the
That's better. Yeah. So, so what happened was, as no, I can't do this.
I was
I
gonna
cannot
say
do
that's gonna be very difficult. I respect the effort, though.
Yeah, yeah. What happened was, myself and Ben and our old guitarist Trot, basically Broken Earth started out as a five-piece from a previous band that we
Oh.
were in, and we were an indie band, man. We were like, I was on guitar. Our original clean singer in Broken Earth was lead vocals. Ben was on bass, and yeah, so we've been doing like this indie band thing since high school in 2013, where we've just been, goofing around, playing shows, having fun. We had dreams to, take it more seriously, but never really did. And then a bunch of us went to uni or started jobs. Um, but what happened was, as we were kind of growing up, growing into the scene, we realized that we got a lot of energy from the heavier stuff we wrote in that band. And we were like, well, we can't be like indie funk, metal, and pop. We've got to choose
Now you
one
can.
genre.
Yeah.
Now you can.
Yeah.
Back then you couldn't. Yeah, like you've got to remember, Sleep Token's new album hadn't dropped at that time. So,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Facts. As I die.
So yeah, we stopped that band because that felt like that was kind of going nowhere. Like it was just kind of like mates coming to the shows, but nothing too
Sure. Yeah.
crazy or good or anything. So we were just like, yeah, look, it's time to get serious, and if we want to focus in and make this a real thing, let's actually like go where we get the most energy. So we broke that band up and rebranded as Broken Earth in 2019, and immediately put out the most garage band sounding demo ever. It was not good.
I like how you said not good and then put the immediate thumbs up. So I'm like, no,
Yeah,
it's gonna be great. I'm ready for it.
nah, we have taken it off YouTube. We've taken it off everything, bro. Like it's no, 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 no. If this thing ever sees the light of day again, I will be decimated. Nah. And then so that was 2019, and then we were like, okay, so this demo is not going to cut it. We've released it as a single, but it really wasn't anything. And so we played a few shows, were terrible, and then decided to write an EP. So we wrote our first EP in 2019 with a lovely man called Christopher Vernon and another lovely man called Darcy Hanley. Chris was actually in Belhaven up until recently. He was like kind of like the songwriter for a lot of their older stuff. Um, and Darcy is in an amazing band called Terra, Terra.
Okay.
You should definitely check them out. Both amazing individuals. So we worked with them in 2019, and decided that we wanted to keep taking things seriously. We had a few lineup changes at the end of that, and then 2020 rolled around, and we had a reformed band, and we were like, "Yeah, let's go for it, let's do it." And we put out these singles, or at least put out one single, and then our new vocalist Brendan hopped in for a bit during the 2020 lockdown, but then had to unfortunately depart just to focus on himself.
Sure.
So we unfortunately just had a bit of a lineup shuffle very quickly, where in 6 months we went through 3 different members in different roles, which was a bit. It was a lot to handle. So we decided to refocus and just kind of like, you know, rewrite a few things, re-record it with my vocals. I learned how to sing. We stopped getting 2 vocalists, and I just learned how to sing to, I guess, fill that role. And now I love singing. Shout outs to Julian from Nersh and David from Belhaven for helping me with that, because I was sounded like a dying cat for ages, and they were very patient with me.
If you had said that you didn't like, if you had said you were not the vocalist, I would be like, if you had said that you didn't take like lessons or whatever, I'd be like, this guy's class. He's great. I don't know how he does it. Yeah. I was like, kudos, man. I did a reaction video to like Breathe, and I was like, this dude crushes. What the hell?
Bro, I haven't seen it. I want to see it. We love
It's
that
in the
shit.
works. It's in the works, man. You know, it's
Cool, cool, cool,
I
cool,
have it
cool.
recorded. It has to be edited.
Oh
By
no,
the time this comes out, it will be up. So.
oh sick. No, it's more just like I try and stay on top of all the notifications we get coming through, and so it's just like, oh shit, did I miss something? But nah, dude, cool, fuck it.
Raf's like, is it ready yet? Come on, man. Come on, let's go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, straight after this, I'm going to be DMing you on Discord, being like, where is it? Where is it? Where's the reaction?
I'll give you a sneak peek after.
Oh hell
I got
yeah!
you.
That's the audio addiction guarantee. Hell yeah!
Yeah, the
Money
seal
moves,
of approval.
metalcore mindset.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that was 2021. And then we put out another single from that original batch of songs that we wrote. But it was a great song. I didn't really nail it with the vocals. It was my first time recording cleans, so it definitely is the most out there eclectic one we've put out. But it's been also the one that, even though it's the smallest song in our category in terms of streams and impact that you see on social media and all that, we actually we've had more people come up to us and talk to us about their journey, and be like, this song really resonated with me, than any other song. So for us, we will always play it until we just don't want to anymore. But because basically at the time it felt like it had tanked for us, but like it's been the most rewarding slow burn effect we've ever seen.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, it's been great. And I almost kind of want to re-record it with vocals that I can actually do properly now. But we'll see. And then we recorded with a guy called Mark Williamson. He's from Inertia. They're very, very good band, by the way. You should absolutely have them on. They will become the next Polaris or Northlane in the next 2 years. Absolutely.
Ooh,
I see it.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
And we recorded that, and we put that out last year, and it was called Black Skies. And that was kind of like a bit of a return to form for us, as lockdowns were kind of dying, and we liked the heavier new metalcore kind of approach. So we went down that route because it was just a very angry song, which we'd written back in 2019, but we just had never had the chance to put out. And that saw us start to really move a bit around the country, get a bit more notice, and kind of get a bit more energy.
Mm-hmm.
we played some really sick shows. You know, we got so busy. It was pretty nuts. I was balancing at one stage. There was a week where I unfortunately had to end a long-term relationship on the Thursday, move out on the Friday, and then the Saturday after tour to go on a trip to Melbourne. So that like last year was just so full on. Yeah, it was pretty nuts. We struggled to balance it all, but it was the time of our lives.
Sure. Yeah.
And then this year, sorry, towards the end of last year, we got in contact with a coach. His name's Steve Canatelli. He's amazing. He's coached bands like Void of Vision, Bellhaven,
Ooh,
all that. Like, yeah,
yeah.
he's man knows what he's doing. And he was like, "Hey, so this EP, that you've written, yeah, so
Oh wait, I see
so
Ophelia. Oh God. Oh God. Rush out.
shit. Nah, it's fine.
Uh,
Put them all out as singles. I never told you how many songs there are coming. I never told you when they're coming. So we're cool. All I'm saying is that Breathe is not the last time you're going to hear from us this year, baby. Let's go. Yeah, but yeah, that's been the journey so far. We've recently been, just kind of getting back out there, playing a few regional headliners, and we're going to be doing a Sydney hometown headliner in a month, which we're very excited for. Get your tickets now.
They're in the description.
Right in the description. Oh, Sydney headliner. And yeah, it's just been like such a, I guess, humbling journey coming from a band where we went in super green, put out a few singles, and now we're seeing such a like responsive community around us. Like when we go to shows, we're very grateful to know that a lot of the people in the audience were very grateful to see the same level of enthusiasm for us that we have for it ourselves.
Yeah.
So we're definitely in that stage at the moment, kind of crossing over a bit, and it's really bewildering to me. Like we went to Tamworth, which is this regional town about a 4-hour drive north of Sydney, north and then inland. And they don't get a lot of metal stuff up there. And before we even played the headliner, the council tried to shut it down. They're very militant and stuck in their ways up there. The council, not the people. Disclaimer. But that somehow that headliner sold out the night before of the show, which is crazy for us because we're like this baby band from Sydney. And when we got there, the just warmth and love and hospitality we got given was just insane for us, for a band of like 4 blokes from Sydney that are literally just goofy goobers 90% of the time. Like it's kind of amazing. It's kind of humbling, and the bands that we play with are just like absolutely top caliber. Like we have a bit more control with our lineups these days when we're headlining or whatever. And I like to think that we choose, first of all, good mates, but also secondly, good bands. Like the talent coming from Sydney and Australia in general right now is just insane. It's really like it makes us almost scared to get on stage and share it, because like it's gone from like, oh, these are our mates bands, to, oh, these guys could fucking blow us out of the water, and that's fine. Like we love that, but it's it's really cool to have that feeling of shit. Everyone is on top of their game now, And I think the Aussie scene has really, I guess, learnt to just, if you're going to do it right 100%.
Do it big. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, 100%, man. And like, yeah, and then we did a Canberra headliner on Thursday. So I literally left work, because I always do this. I always end up like triple booking myself. I ended up getting a new job, and being like, "Hey, I can't come in on Thursday." In the first week of me being there, and they were like, "Oh, okay, can you stay till 12?" And I was like, "Okay." So I literally like went from this like dude office corporate job, got a lift from Ben, drove all the way down to Canberra, played the headliner, left at 12, got back at 3, went to work at 7. So yeah, it's been a pretty full on busy time at the moment.
You sound like me. That's how I am. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like, oh
Oh,
god,
do you also need to do 20 million things at the same time? Because
yeah.
obviously I
Oh, of
need to.
course,
Yeah.
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 I'll give you my spiel.
Sure.
My parents and my sister are in town, where I live, or close to where I live, and so I went to go visit them yesterday, and I left my grandparents' house, who live like an hour-ish away from where I live. So I had to drive back home. Then I hopped on last night to do Sleep Token at like 11:50. Did that stream
Yeah.
until 3 a.m. and then fell asleep. Woke up at 8 o'clock or a little after 8. Then I had to drive to work, do work all day today. And then I did some more editing before we hopped on. And then now I'm doing this interview. And then I have more editing to do after we get done talking. So I feel like we are like probably long lost brothers, because I kind of I I have this incessant drive to like do what I need to do, but also at the same point I think I have a lot of respect for people that just spend every waking moment doing music and doing what they love. You know, I think that's kind of like
Yeah, man.
what kind of fuels me to do the things that I love to do. And like obviously, like, yeah, that sucks. Like 4 hours of sleep is not a lot of sleep, you know, and
Yeah.
I get that, but I also think at the same point, it's like I respect people's level of will to do what they need to do, you know. And I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that
Absolutely.
goes to show like that the integral um point to want to do the things that you need to do when it comes to music. Also, I don't know if you could hear my cat. My cat is had busted the door open in my room, so I'm gonna go shut that real quick. But you could,
That's okay, man. Do your thing. What is up, viewers? I'm now your host, Raph from Broken Earth.
yeah, he's
We're
our host.
interviewing Audio Addiction Media today.
Thank you.
So just a little question to start things
Okay,
off. What's your cat called? I love cats.
my cat is named Meatball.
Meatball. Bro.
And my roommate's cat is named Milk. Yeah,
Bro.
we got the
Um,
squad.
I don't have a cat of
Oh,
my own, but my roommate has the most gorgeous cat at the moment. Um, I'm currently blanking on her name. That's
that's
really
all
bad.
right. We'll throw it up
Um,
on the
yeah.
screen now.
We'll call her Sick Lad for now.
Sick lad.
But
Oh yeah, I love
yeah,
that.
yeah, dude.
Marmite.
And cat.
Cat.
But she is the loveliest, most adorable little thing.
Oh,
There have been many times where I've come home from a show either slightly hungover or just a little bit out of it at like 4 a.m. in the morning, and like before I go to bed, it's cuddles on the couch time, man.
oh.
It's real snoozy hours. Um, yeah, like I just whenever I see a cat, I melt. It's bad. But I do want to one day own my own cat, and I'm going to call that cat Biscuit.
Great name. Love it.
Right?
Yeah, that's a
That's
great
why.
name.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, meatball and milk. That's so cool.
Yeah. Well, I didn't give my cat my name. I adopted the cat I have, so the cat already had the name Meatball, and I was like, that's great. He, you know,
Makes it better.
He's got like the Italian edge, you know. I feel like he would give me one of these, you know, if he could, you know. Oh, one of these, you know. So
Sees you cooking spaghetti, and he's just there like disappointed, like I wouldn't do it that way.
yeah, I feel like he would be. because he kind of has like a gut, so I feel like he would like. I feel like if he had like an apron, the apron would like come out a little bit more, and you could see like
Yeah.
the side of his stomach, and he'd be like, "No, that's not how Meatball makes a sauce." You know, like I feel
Yeah.
like he would give me that type of energy, and it'd
Yeah,
be like,
absolutely. He's
"Not
the
enough
Don. He
cheese."
is the he, he is the uncle that controls everything.
Yeah,
That's Meatball.
that's the
Yeah.
real energy. Yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
for sure.
down the line there will be down the line I won't come up with some sort of audio addiction meatball merch. I've done it once, but maybe we'll do something else. I feel
There's a
like he
band in
has to.
Australia called Patient 67,
Yes,
and they
I
have
love
like
them.
they absolutely have like veered into just like insanity. Like they make like merch of like the singer's cat. I love it. It's
Tom,
so
come
sick.
on. Tom, come on the show. That'd be sick.
Yeah,
Salutes. Shout outs to Tom.
Tom's a cool guy. I like Tom. It's very chill, very humble.
10 out of 10. Tom. Love Tom.
Yeah,
Come on the show. It'd
yeah.
be sick. I would be really stoked. I did DM you and I haven't heard anything, so I'm a little upset. I'm a little hurt.
Oh,
I'm gonna be honest.
damn.
Yeah, I
Tom,
know.
you're letting the
Tom,
boys down. What's going on, bro?
do you want me to cry? I'll do it. Senpai,
um,
notice me. Guys, if you want to clip that and send that to Tom, that'd be sick. All right, thank you. Senpai, notice me. They're like, who the fuck is this guy? We don't know who this is.
yeah, for sure.
But I love your story, Ralph. I think that's kind of what as I mentioned earlier, I think that's kind of what makes me appreciate bands more because I think oftentimes we're just like, oh man, song fucking sick. Which I mean, guys, check out Breathe. Links below. Fucking insane
breathe, breathe,
song.
breathe, breathe, breathe. It's time, baby. Let's
Yeah.
go.
I mean, it is a fantastic track. Like, legitimately,
Thank you.
this is no joke. Like, they did not pay me to say this. I was literally like, oh well, I was gonna have Broken Earth on, a little bit ago, and I understand Raph is just the man. Like now I get it. You know, he's like me. He wears a lot of hats, and I respect that. You know, so I went and listened
Thank you.
to I went and listened to Breathe once we were originally going to do it. And I was like, I also have to give a small tidbit about that. So the first one that Ophelia scheduled for me was at 4 a.m., like Australian time. And I'm like, I don't think they're going to do that. But I just, I'm going to hold out and
Oh,
say I'm going to say
yeah.
that they might do it. And then I was like, and then so I
My
emailed
alarm didn't
her.
go off, bro. Like,
Well, then
I'm
I
so
emailed
sorry.
her. And she was like, "Oh, it's like 7 a.m. now here. I don't think he was gonna do it." And I was like, "Yeah, I kind of assumed as much, and that's fine. Like, I'm not. I would rather have him like be, at least somewhat cognitive, doing an interview.
Yeah,
So I appreciate the fact
yeah.
that we're doing it a little bit later in the morning for you, so you're not.
Yeah, dude, I really appreciate that because like that was the day after my first day at the new job, which had been so full on, and so I went to bed and I was like, oh, yeah, look, I'm really terrible at pacing. I just do everything all the time. It's bad. My band is constantly concerned for me. It's okay.
I'm concerned. Well, you can add me to the list because now I was also concerned because then I emailed her. I said, I hope everything's all right. I hope he's okay. And she was like, oh,
Yeah.
he's fine.
Well, yeah. Oh, look, like I can get through a lot of stuff, but what had happened was I'd gone to bed, I'd set my alarm, my phone had died, so
I feel that. Yeah.
because like my charger is so busted, and I've been so lazy to get a new one, and my phone is like 2 years old, and it's one of those Androids where it's really good for 2 years, and then the charging port starts to fail, so like it needs to be like on like a certain angle with it.
You gotta really you really gotta try to finagle it in. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Samsung, make better phones.
Oh,
Anyway,
damn. So we could have done this interview at 4 a.m. Australian time.
but it's Samsung's fault.
It's
Samsung
Samsung's,
Australia,
yeah.
you have a target on your back from broken Earth. No, no, you don't. Please, please. I am legally joking. I do not. care who you are sounding.
Guys, this was a
Make
bit
better
that
friends.
totally did not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
all jokes. Tee
Jokes are
hee.
funny, right?
Just a bit of corporate threat as a snack. It's fine.
But I feel that. So I was like, so when I originally was going to have you on, I was just like, oh, I should just do a
Yeah,
reaction video because like I feel like for me as an interviewer, and I say this a lot in the interviews that I do, I like to make sure I'm listening to the artist before I come on, like before I have them on,
yeah,
because what's the point in having them on if you like don't listen to their music or you don't know what they do? Like I
yeah.
feel like that's kind of a crucial element. Um,
That's kind of essential.
it's kind of essential, just a little.
Yeah,
So I checked out Breathe, and I was just like, bro, like, what is this band? Like, what are our Australian bands doing? I just need to know. Like, is there something in the water? Is it like the
yeah,
Vegemite? Is it is it? Do they put beets on their burgers? Like, ch- chicken is
yeah.
just
Look,
insane. I don't know. There's something about it that just I inherently haven't found the mystery of like the Australian metalcore like. There's something there, that I'm missing. I don't know if it's like an
yeah.
ingredient. I don't know if it's I don't know. It's how like bands are
I
birthed
think,
in Australia. Whatever. It's
yeah.
something.
I, I think
It's like Walt Disney World.
look, if you want this, if you want the serious answer, apart from the fact that we just have better beers, no,
I have no
um,
horse in this race, so I
yeah,
can't help
yeah,
you out with this one.
that's all right, man.
This is all yours, Rav.
No, I think first of all, Australian bands are extremely hardworking.
I would agree.
Like we hustle so hard all the time. It is nuts. I think it's because Australia is a smaller market for every single genre, right? And metalcore is always going to be niche. Like it's never going to be, like Linkin Park levels as much as we want it to be. It might. Who knows? Sleep Token keep making everything really hot and sexy, so
Yeah,
that might change. Bring Me the Horizon seem to just blow up doing whatever the hell they want. So yeah, look, could happen.
yeah,
But shout outs to TikTok. But yeah, look, I think what it comes down to is because we're in such a small community, the bands that do want to be serious take it really serious in terms of like making sure that what they write is not just some B tier insert breakdown here, insert sing along chorus here, you know. Um, yeah, like it's not like that at all. It's very like yeah, like and like there is a place for that. Don't get me wrong, but I think um a lot of people in Australia are very. I think it comes down to the culture. Like we're very no bullshit, and so like audiences will see through a lot of stuff very clearly if we can tell that like a band's just doing this because of this or whatever. Like we don't really beat around the bush a lot. It can be that sometimes that can be kind of harsh, but that is kind of the energy. And so bands go in with like this mentality of okay, if we're going to do this, we're going to do this right because
Mhm.
otherwise it's not going to happen. And so I think for us, we take every opportunity we can to just be grateful for what we have, um, and obviously grow and do all the right things. But from the get go, being in a local band is much more expensive than it used to be.
Sure. Yeah.
Being in any sort of band, any sort of music endeavor at the moment is much more expensive than it used to be, especially in Australia. And so when you look at what you're investing all your money and time in, you want to make sure that you're doing it 1,000% right. Breathe, for example, um, that went through 20 rewrites before we even hit pre-production because we just weren't happy with it. We just weren't satisfied. It actually started off as like a Bring Me the Horizon sound and tune with like
Wow.
more synths and like a sing-along chorus, and yeah, it was going to be super poppy. And then we were like, actually, it's not fitting the vibe of what we're writing. Um, so we yeah, and then we hit the studio with Mark, and it went through a few more tweaks because it still wasn't sitting where we wanted it to be. In fact, out of all the songs we've ever done, that was the song that went through, I think, like 20 different versions.
Whew.
Yeah, it was pretty mental, but we're really happy with where it's at now. I don't think we could have made that song any better. I'm very proud of it,
Agreed.
and I'm very happy with. We're really grateful with the reception we got from it as well. It seems to have been the most like community engagement in Australia and overseas that we've ever seen. And like I don't expect us to be rock stars overnight or anything. That's not the vibe.
I hope so. Broken Earth, check the links below. Do it up. I want to see
What's
these
up,
guys.
bro? We want to tour with Dua Lipa because I'm in love with Dua Lipa.
Same. I'll come out to that. Let's go.
Yeah. But
I want to say some of the things that Raph has said has been completely clipped out as he's saying it. So it just looks like he's just moving his mouth. So it's just like when you were just like, oh yeah, all those Australian bands and do this. That's all. I couldn't hear anything. So I'm
serious.
Yeah,
oh my god.
So I feel like a funny post edit will be hilarious when I go through and edit this. This is gonna be great.
Oh my god, that's so good. Oh, it makes it so much better.
You were just like, yeah, so like that's
if
it.
you want to know, I was singing really badly, really high falsetto. Okay. So
it was so it was so godlike that dogs heard it here. In US.
Yeah, that's I just transcended human pitch and went straight for bats.
All the bats are flying out of my window in my room.
Just accidentally awaken Cthulhu. That's fine.
Yeah. They're gonna come blasting out of my like apartment. Like I'm gonna be like the Batman, you know. I'm just gonna have like a bunch of bats circling in my.
That's the dream.
Circle bit.
I just want to be Robert Pattinson, man. That's all I want to be.
I think you're hotter than Robert Pattinson, so you know.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Big facts. 100%. Guys, let us know how. Let us know how smoking hot Raph is in the comments. Sorry, I felt very
Please
weird
don't
saying
do that.
I'm not gonna lie. That was the weirdest solicitation of my fan base here. So I'll take it.
Look, man, that's cool. Go for it if you want.
Yeah, do it up.
Only if you also include how babe and audio addiction media is. That's the trade off. You know, that's how it's got to go. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. I'm in your walls.
This is so unhinged, and I love it because I feel like Raph is like every intrusive thought. Yes. Like his brain takes about 2 seconds, like 0.2 seconds to realize, and then he's just like, I'm just gonna throw out whatever the fuck I'm thinking in my head.
That's actually exactly it.
Some say I am the ADHD whisperer. You know, that's some say. I don't know who says it, but some say.
Bro, it's been a long pipeline from like shy introverted kid at the back of the class, never talks to anyone, to literally cannot physically shut up ever. It's been.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to train Ralph. I'm like, okay, Ralph, all right, bud. Listen, the thought that you have in your head, just don't. It's okay. It doesn't need to be said. It's all right. We're just.
That's actually that's my band. That's my friend group chat. That is my parents. That's my roommates. That is just everyone in my like immediate vicinity is just like, hey man, so that thing you just said. You don't have to say that. I'm just like,
you're like, but I have to. But man, I gotta say it. And they're like,
yeah.
I didn't need to know that about bananas, Raph. All right, it's okay. Like it did not need to be said.
No, but like they're full of potassium
And
and
you're
they
like,
are a
okay,
tasty little
I get it,
snack.
I get it. You
Yeah,
know, I get it.
yeah,
It's all right.
yeah.
It's
I
okay.
promise I won't say anything dumb ever again. Never. Absolutely. You have
They're
my
like,
word.
Raf,
I will
we
be.
have Google. It's okay. You know, we can Google it.
I I was gonna say it's even better when there's like more than one of us in the band doing interviews and podcasts and stuff because we are all the same person in that regard. It is
I'm kind of
like
glad because I feel like we would have just derailed. Like it, there already feels like a derailment, but then like I feel like it would just be a bunch of trains just piled up together, and then just like just ignite, just
that's
ignition.
that's how.
It's just be like, all right, well, and then I'd have to again like edit in a meme with that one guy that has like the stick and he's like poking at the thing. He's like, Broken Earth, are you okay? You okay, Broken Earth?
The answer is
Get up,
always
Broken Up.
no. No. The answer is always no, but we're having a good time. Like that's
It's
it.
all right. Yeah, I respect it. You know,
Yeah.
you go full on, and I like that. You know, I
Thanks,
think
bro. Yeah.
you gotta give it. I always feel like with my interviews, you know, like it unlocks things that people don't know about the band. Like I think it's a good thing that people are like open, and that's kind of why again I like kind of like have a conversation before the interview starts
Yeah.
because it's just like imagine I want to give people a lay of the land in regards to interviews because they're all pre-recorded, but it's just imagine if someone added you on Discord or wherever and it's just like all right, let's go. We're ready to do this. I'm hitting record right now. We're starting the questions. Like we're getting thrown into it. You've never met this person in your entire life. How do you think you would feel? Like I feel like that would be pretty rough, arguably.
Um, that's happened to me before. So, and I also I work in sales where I'm very like, all right, straight to the point. So like for me, that's not an issue. They're just gonna have to deal with whatever monkey bananas bullshit comes out of my mouth first. Like that's really that's really that's really what it comes down to. Is just like that's gonna be a them problem, not a me problem.
He turned. I just want to say, guys, Rav turned it up as soon as we hopped in the chat. Like my man, we went off. Like
Yeah,
we were already in sync, and we were just going. You know,
yeah,
I
it was
wish there
pretty
was so
tough.
much more we could have recorded at the beginning because we popped off. I'm not gonna lie.
It was pretty look, I'm also glad that we did it because I hadn't like I hadn't fully like locked in like, oh, interview time, what I'm saying is going to be broadcasted. And so like
That's true. Yeah, we did. There was. I don't want to say there was any controversial stuff because there was not. I want to
no,
preface everyone
not at all.
that Raph did not say some very out of pocket things. So if
No,
don't think
but I
that
did.
Raph is a cool guy. Don't like you know.
Yeah, no, it was just like even more out of the pocket than now, which is like I'm sure most people are just like how, but I'm just like it happened.
How? And we're both like yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We went there.
Yeah, we're
Slay. I
edgy.
don't know. Yeah.
Edgy humor.
Yeah. We're
Please
also
like
with
me.
year
Please
seven.
like
It's
me.
fine.
Please like me. I swear. I swear we're normal. Somewhat.
I'm not. I'm not. It's fine.
But no, I think for yeah, I think for people it's just like I like being able to show people off like the types of people that I have on. Like I think it's very it like I think you get one side when you see like a music video or you listen to Broken Earth, which, you know, again, links in the description. But I think for me it's like I like to know about the band as people because I think if I can connect with them on an individual level, like I think it's only going to make me enjoy their music that much more. So I think listening to breathing or breathe before I'm breathing now, but listening to breathing and breathing in this breath of a song. Listen, I threw so
Mm.
many breathes in there. You know, call me a deathcore vocalist. I, that was that was terrible. No, I checked out Breathe and I was like, legitimately, I was like this is great. I hit rewind and I checked it out immediately right after I did the react. Like I recorded the reaction video, and I was like, I have to listen to this again, and I was just like, damn man, like
Bro, thank you.
they crushing it. Like honestly, if this isn't a band you haven't checked out yet, I would highly recommend give them a listen, because I think that much like all of the other Australian bands I have on, I think Marath made a great point about like Australian bands and how dedicated and how hardworking they are, and I think that for me as like a channel that has a lot more Australian bands on now than I've ever had in previous years, I've seen that. I've seen some bands that I think legitimately are fantastic, and I just want to be able to share them with other people so that they can find out what's going on, because I think it's like
Yeah,
there's so many great bands out there, and I think Australia is arguably one of the top countries that is just putting out insanely incredible like metalcore music right now. And I don't think I feel like if you aren't checking out the Australian bands I have on, you are doing yourself a major disservice by not giving them the love. And honestly, they work hard at doing this. And that's not to discount people that do it in Europe. That's not to discount, any other country. But I think there is a level of, I think there's an extra level of dedication that Australian bands have, that I think that I would hope that other bands take that sort of same level of dedication when writing their music, because I think my thought with people and listening to music is like you get one chance to get someone hooked on a band, right? And you want to make that one time count. And I think that a lot of Australian bands really take that to heart, where if this is the first time that I'm going to listen to from Broken Earth, like I want to know that I'm going to really enjoy it. Like maybe for me it's a little different cuz I listen to a bunch of different artists, and like
yeah,
I try to go through the catalog, but like if you're a fan, like if you're just listening to music and they show up on your Spotify, like I think that you want to make that opportunity count, and you want to be like, holy shit, like
yeah,
I need to check this band out. What's their band? Oh my god, that's awesome. Like now I'm going to give them a follow on Spotify. Like that to me, I think Australian bands as a whole, but I definitely think, Broken Earth, one of those bands you need to check out and show some love. So please
thanks,
go
man.
support him.
Appreciate
Rav's
that a lot.
crushing it.
Yeah,
He's an insane vocalist. He's like hot and a good vocalist. Bruh.
bro, bro. My man's been flirting with me this whole interview, and I'm just like, oh my god, stop it.
Listen, man, the DMs are open. Okay, so
Look, bro, you have it on Discord. Just hit me up whenever. Hey, you up?
the
'Cause
next
I'm not, 'cause
the
we're in different time zones.
this is like first date energy right now.
Yeah, for real.
That's what it is. I feel like every interview that I have is just first date energy. It's just like,
Yeah.
like, like when I was like, and then I was just like, ooh, I kind of like you, like.
Come on my channel, please. I have a cat.
I like the same music as you, man.
Yeah. I think your band's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty sick. I hope they come to the United States sometime.
Bro, I would, if we got any opportunity to go over to the US, we would take it in a heartbeat. 100%.
Oh, I would fly out to the closest location I could go to see you guys.
And we can go on an actual date.
Yeah,
That'd
an
be
actual
great.
date. Yeah,
I hope you like ice cream.
I do.
Okay, it's
Let's
done.
go. Let's do it.
I'm taking you on a date.
Okay.
It's done.
Just remember that, guys. Raf's taking me on a date once he comes to the States. I just want to make sure that that's what's gonna happen. When they come.
It's
to
on the
States.
internet now. I'm sure nothing more bad will come from that. It's okay.
That's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll take Raf on a date. We're gonna get some American food, baby. Let's rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Best go-to meal when you're out and you're just like having a good time. You just need to get some food. Yeah, but you want it
That's
to be
tough.
good. What's a
That's tough,
Yeah.
man. I don't know. I mostly cook, so I feel like if anything, I would just cook you a nice meal.
Oh, we love a man who cooks.
Oh, thank you.
Um, uh, Dead.
I just noticed that. I was like, "Fuck, man, that's great." He's like, "Ooh." Ooh. And then meanwhile behind his camera, he's got like a checklist of like he's like I've been checking him. He He cooks. He likes to stay. He has a cat.
Yeah. It's just like, oh my god, cat dad vibes. Let's go.
Oh,
What,
yeah.
like talk about our favorite breeds of cat.
He's
Uh,
like, wow, he's got such riz. Oh man.
yeah. Audio Riz diction.
I have to make a shirt. I'm gonna make a shirt that says that audio riz.
You've got to, man. Absolutely.
And then it's just gonna be. I'm gonna get well, I have a green screen, so I'll get a green screen, and it'll be my face being like yeah.
You've
I'll
got to,
do
man.
it.
You've
You got
to.
it.
Do
Listen,
it.
I love it. Listen.
Um,
That's what we're. Raph is gonna do the. Man, you should check our band out, Broken Earth. That that whole intro
okay.
thing before Breathe. So I feel like I
Okay.
have to now live up to my end of the deal, which is audio diction with me.
Yeah, dude. You've
Yeah,
got to. It's a deal. It's a deal.
it's a deal.
It's on YouTube, so it's legally binding.
You're right,
Um,
exactly.
yeah.
I'm obligated to do this.
Yeah.
I have no choice. The YouTube bylaws says I have to do it.
Or all your ad
Oh,
revenue just
no.
immediately slashed.
not not all 2 cents. Oh my god. Shit.
Now you won't be able to buy a tenth of a Happy Meal.
Oh god. Oh man.
Oh
Oh,
man.
that's sad. I don't even know what we were
Yeah.
talking about, honestly, Raph.
Yeah.
We really veered off the
Oh.
tracks here.
We derailed and then went down a ditch and then somehow got sucked into a wormhole. What were we talking about? Oh my
we were
god.
we were talking about how dedicated I thought you were gonna hit me up with like the most highest of compliments because I was saying how hard Australian bands work, and then I said also check the links below to check out Broken Earth. They're sick.
Yeah.
Go give them some love. They're awesome. Bree's awesome. Their whole catalog's great. I checked it all out, and I'm like, bro,
Bro.
this
No,
band
but like you should
rocks.
really check out Audio Addiction and get into his channel because he's a goat and he's the best and also the sexiest podcast interviewer ever. And like look at that jawline, bro. Like you just gotta you just gotta hit that you just gotta hit that sub. You gotta push his socials so that he ends up on the front page of YouTube every day. That's what's got to happen, bro.
Yeah,
You gotta make this metalcore money.
yeah.
Bam!
So I can fly to Australia. That's my next goal.
Yeah,
My next
yeah,
goal is to go to a big Australian festival.
yeah. Oh,
I'm not even
dude,
joking. I'm dead serious.
actually,
Yeah, actually.
Aussie festivals
Facts.
go off because like we are just. You think that I'm unhinged? We're all just clownsters, man. Like
I
it's
honestly
pretty.
just want to meet up with all the Australian bands I've done interviews with.
Who have you done interviews with, by the way? I know you did
Oh
Bellhaven and North Road.
God. Well, so
Um,
I've been doing this for. So do you want to know all of it? Because I've been doing this for
sure.
7 years.
I told
So.
I told you the history of us. I feel like we need
Ah.
to know.
Oh,
It's
thank
like
you.
a
Thank you.
narwhal moment. It's like we need to know.
Yeah.
So
Did you? I'm gonna do a Did You Know Gaming. It's me. It's a
okay,
Did You Know
cool.
Audio
Let's go.
Addiction. So
Right now.
in terms of Australian bands, I did an interview a long time ago with CJ from Thy Art Is Murder. So the
Sick.
goats. North Lane. If you want to hit me up, that'd be kind of sick. Audio Diction. Just saying. Me and Marcus. I just want to say. I don't think most people know this is you should go check out Marcus's first band, Sound of Seasons. That is Chef's
Dude, that is
Kiss.
a deep cut.
I
That is a
know.
deep cut.
Yeah, I know Australian bands. Don't tempt me. I know those
Don't
shit.
at me, bro.
Don't at me, bro. I've had Make Them Suffer On. Big salutes to Sean. Actually, salutes to signing to Sharp Tone. Love that label. And
Dude, they are killing it at the moment. Yeah.
Come hang out. I'd love to do another one, Sean. Alpha Wolf, if you
I
want to
love
hit
what
me
Make
up.
Them Suffer are doing right now because like they've got these like they've hit this new era where it's like breakdown laser core. It's just like do 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 pow pow pow. It's so sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. It's sick.
So,
Also,
so
Alex
you were
is
saying,
awesome. Alex
yeah,
salutes. Drown This City was a great band, and I still love
Grand
them.
City was a sick band.
But man, she is crushing it. So big salutes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be seeing them in the States, very soon. So I'm excited. That whole tour is
Yeah.
that Oz tour. Ooh,
Nuts.
wild,
Absolutely insane.
bonkers,
Yeah.
popping off,
Goated.
goaded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really hope it does well for all the Aussie bands because I think that's the sign that Australians can actually start to make waves by themselves. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
I'm fully
for us,
chuffed
like
now.
seeing that. Sorry?
I'm fully chuffed now.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. Like, when I saw that, I was like, I got really excited because it's like, man, like we're starting to really like make some waves now. It's so sick.
I think it's great. I love it.
Because Americans and Brits kind of came to it first about 10 years before we did with the whole metalcore thing. No, for real. Like, and then like I
And then
think
we just perfected it.
yeah, well we do it way better now. Sorry. No, you know, it's no big deal. No worries. Just keep up.
I can't help you
It's
dig
the
yourself out of this. You keep adding on to it. It's like a
it's the
10-car
intrusive
pile up
thought.
that you're just like, oh, I can't look away, but you know.
It's the intrusive thoughts, baby. Like,
It
and
is.
like also like if you think if you think I'm being serious, then I don't know, man. Maybe get off the haterade and get off Twitter. But you know,
Oh my god. I mean, I just want to say Ophelia is crushing it with these Australian bands. So I think if we're gonna have a
yeah.
very viral campaign right now, shit, you got the clips.
This is the interview I was waiting for, just to like let the unhinged madman energy just like go nuts.
Raph is just chained up. He's just like,
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Say what? I don't know yet.
and then you're just like, yeah, Australia, get back on. Australians #1 on the map, baby. Let's go. Like, get better,
Yeah.
get good, fam. GG's,
Yeah.
no re, you know. L/ratio.
L/ratio plus I didn't ask.
Pogs in the chat. Poggers, baby. Let's
send pogs in the comments right now. 20 million pogs. Let's pog this place up, baby.
Oh my god, there's so much
I'm so glad
unhinged.
this is not a live stream.
Bro, oh my god, that would be, oh, I wouldn't even be able to. I think I would die from the sheer laughter of this shit. This would be insane. They'd be like, pogs, W.
Hit that dub right now.
Yeah, hit the
fam.
dub now.
This is audio dub media. Yeah.
Yeah, just like and the air horn. I feel like that's what I'm subbing for, like the air horse sound is just me being like, you know. So
So you were saying the bands you've interviewed, the very serious bands that are not like me, that are
no.
unhinged.
Listen, this is great. I love Broken Earth. Guys, check the links below. They're fucking awesome. So
Check out Broken Earth, baby.
They're awesome.
We want to come to America and terrorize you with our insanity. Let's go.
I would love that. You can terrorize me any day. No.
I'm about to terrorize that fucking cookie. Anyway,
so Make Them Suffer is another Australian band I've had on. Bellhaven. Actually, the week that this is getting or the week that I'm recording it, Red Hook is coming out. I did an interview with Emmy. She's awesome. Big salutes.
Dude, I love Red Hook so much.
Oh,
they are
so
the
good.
Homies. They're so good. Last year, Craig, the guitarist, remixed our previous single Black Skies, and he just turned it into this absolute EDM banger, like full like deep drum and bass, just like doof, 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 bro, like honestly, like I don't even care. Check that one out after you check out Breeze. It is so sick.
Yeah,
Like
I
it's
will. I'm gonna
yeah,
definitely check that out.
yeah. Who knows, man?
Other bands, had the Motion Below on. Big salutes. They're awesome. Love
I
those
love
guys.
Tom. He's so cool.
Tom is the goat. Love that dude.
Tom is the goat for sure. We want to
Haraway.
we keep wanting to do stuff with Motion Below because they're in Melbourne and they're kind of like us but in Melbourne. And
They're kind of like they're kind of Australian, just like us.
yeah. um, but like we both are like we're both pretty hectic with schedules at the moment. So like we keep being like, hey bro, so tour in 3 months, and they're like, and then I'm like, yeah, let's tour in 3 months. 3 months goes by. Yes, we weren't able to schedule that one. Do you want to do it again? And they're like, oh yeah, sure, let's do it. And then just it's like mates that like keep saying, oh yeah, we should hang out. It's like yeah, we should do it, and then we just
Yeah,
can't.
let me take a look at my schedule. And then they're like, and
Yeah,
then like 3 months go by. Oh, let me check my schedule. And then it just continues
yeah.
on.
Because yeah, if it does happen, we want to do it right, and like obviously like pop off or whatever. But like that would mean like so much time and energy and like yeah dates that like a both bands have to do. B we would have to block out for other shows and see like yeah it's mental. So I mean I hope we are able to do something with them this year. That'd be so sick.
I would love that.
Haraway as well, great band.
Yes, crush.
Absolutely. We've played with them I think once or twice now. They are crushing it at the moment. They're crushing it at the moment. Like
Now they're
we were a
hottie.
bit worried putting
Can I
out
say
our
that loud?
EP, putting out our single the same day as their EP, because that we're like, damn, they're popping off. But if anything, it's really sick to see so many different Sydney bands start to really do well.
The homies.
Both like in Australia and overseas, and I'm so stoked for Matt and the boys that they're like every day I'm seeing a new show on their tour they're doing sell out, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? That's
It's so
insane.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
salutes
Like
to Matt.
I highly rate it. I highly rate it.
I love those guys. They're awesome. That's
Yeah.
coming out. Very excited for that one. North Road, as I mentioned before, they're awesome. Go give them some love. They're really sick. And then this really sick brand, Broken Earth. They're fucking
Oh yeah.
phenomenal.
They're
Love
okay.
those guys.
They're all right.
They're mid, you know.
Yeah. They do some cool stuff.
Their older work was better.
Yeah. Yeah, the guy that sings now just can't do it, man. Like they need to get like that second person in for sure.
I'm probably forgetting more, but I also had Toby Peterson from the Omnific.
Oh yeah, sick.
Toby's a sweetheart. I love that dude. I'm literally scrolling through my my YouTube channel.
I love
God.
that.
I think that may have been it. If there's other ones, I'll throw their names up on the screen now. But yeah, I've lost track, man. The fucking Australian scene. Oh, Villa Morta.
They're sick.
They're very sick. I love those guys. Big salutes.
You know who you should get on? You should absolutely get on Inertia and Future Static
Ooh, okay.
and Ghost Complex.
Ooh, all right.
Those bands are absolutely crushing it at the moment. And actually, I'm just going to list all the bands that are playing our show because I can.
Do it up.
Get on Elysian, get on Headwreck, get on Ghost Complex, and get on Auratech. All of those bands, fucking amazing bands, great individuals, and they may not be as insane as me. So you might actually be able to have like a proper interview.
Listen, I love this interview. This is great. This is
It's actually pretty fun.
everything.
I'm
This
loving
is
it.
everything I've ever wanted. Yeah. Raph is the homie. And listen, you know what
Yeah.
we do for homies? We check out their shit. So check the links
Yeah.
below for Broken Earth. They're fucking rad. I'm going to keep saying that shit. If you get tired of it, good. Because they're rad. And I wanted to let you know how much I love this band. So
Bro.
check them out, man.
Dude.
Do it up. Please, for the
That's
love
so
of
sick.
God.
Yeah.
I beg of you.
For the love of living, do it.
Do it.
Subscribe to Audio Addiction Media. Bam.
That'd be amazing.
Um,
I'm just trying to keep a bunch of homies together. You know, that's
dude,
I
that's
always want to
it.
be
That's it.
homies. You know, dudes being bros.
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. Bros being bros, dudes being dudes, gals being gals. Like it's all part of the
Yeah,
same
it is the
vibe,
same shit.
man. You know, it's
Yeah.
okay. You know, we may sometimes, go off the crazy train, and that's cool, like Aussie, like we're just all Aussie Osborne at the end of the day, and that's really what it comes down to is how Aussie is your Osborne today.
I also think it's funny because I feel like Aussie is something that Australians would say. So, you know, full circle.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I love that you managed to keep that one on track. that was that was cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
that was really I really did the meme where it had all of the like the equations like coming through. I was like trying to like articulate how to figure out all right, so he said Aussie. Oz is something that Australians would use. So then
Yeah.
and Broken Earth is also an Australian band that you should check out. And Ozzy Osbourne is an artist that also makes music. So did it, guys.
Full circle.
Yeah. Illuminati
Um,
confirmed.
yeah. Like, yeah, that's it. Anyway.
I do feel bad for who watch this and people are just like I wasn't able to get a full sentence out of either one of them and I'm like, yeah, I really match that energy when I have people on. So I was like, if they're hype, you know, I'm gonna keep with the hype energy. You know,
Yeah.
if someone's risen me up, I'm gonna rizz them up. You know, I can't
Yeah.
be outplayed. You know, outmaneuvered.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I see your
I
absolute
raise
batshit
you one
insanity.
riz. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what.
I raise you one.
That's what it comes down to. I was like, Raph saying all this nice shit. I'm like, you can't win. I have to out riz you. And then I'm just like, listen, I don't think I've never seen a hotter person in my entire life.
Bro, maybe you should stop checking out the mirror then.
Well, at least you know. Listen, listen. Raph is hot and talented. So I mean, come on. I don't think he can. And Australian, you hear that accent? Oof, send me.
I can't beat that. You've done it.
Woo! Yeah, I did it. All right, guys. We can close the interview out. That's all I needed. No. I don't even know what question we're on. We're flying by the seat of our pants here. Which I don't have any
It's real
pants on now.
cowabunga, Scooby Doo, and the gang hours. It's yeah.
I don't
Team
actually
Rocket's
am
laughing
not.
off again.
Yeah, I'm actually not wearing pants underneath here. I know it's a common misconception. Most people just think that, you know, I'm just wearing a shirt. You can't tell, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. No, I mean, okay. Fun story. So
I thought you were gonna say, yeah, I'm also not wearing.
there was a moment where I had the serious internal conversation with myself before jumping on the camera. Would it be really funny if I wasn't wearing jeans and I stood up at one point?
It'd just be blurred out.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I can't show this shit.
Sir, this is a PG channel at best.
It's definitely not PG. But I feel like Ophelia would be like, was that what I thought I saw? Yeah, I'd be like, no, actually, it was just don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You didn't see that. You're tripping.
Yeah, it was blurred out.
Stop gaslighting your viewers. Like, no, you saw it. I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. You're kind of crazy.
If this is the type of artist I'm gonna have on here, is just the ones that just show up like just completely just butt ass naked. No, of course not. Why would they do that?
No, absolutely not. I would never do such a thing.
Bringing a
also
whole
would
new
never...
meaning to down under, you know.
So there is a video that exists out there of Broken Earth, like at our Tamworth, like the place we're staying in Tamworth, and Ghost Complex were doing like a little travel blog for Tamworth, because we brought them from Sydney with us.
Sure.
And so 2 minutes before they were going to come and meet up with us, I turned to the boys and I was like, you know, it'd be really funny if we all just like don't have pants on when they come through. We're just standing in a circle in the backyard. That is literally what happened. Like, so we're just standing in a circle, full like, but like no jeans on, obviously. And I love it because as soon as like we were just like, ah, you know.
Seance. Oh my god.
And what's so good is that as soon as that happened, as soon as they realized what was going on, Jackson from Ghost Complex also joined in and just immediately jeans off. Let's go, boys. You know.
That's amazing. I love that.
What's better than bros being bros? You know what I mean?
Bros being
Just
bros,
boys
man.
being boys.
I got
Yeah.
you. Shit. The Riz meter's off the charts right now. Oh boy. That's awesome. I feel like oh man, I feel like I feel like I would be funny if like I'm almost positive someone has like taken a photo of my ass, on the channel cuz like on the Sleep Token like live video which I have to cut up and repost again. But in the last song I'm pretty sure, 100% sure happened that on the last song on Euclid, I was like, oh fuck. And literally my brain shut off. It did like the Windows boot down, boo, boo, and I just like literally passed out. And I'm pretty positive you could just see my whole ass. I'm like 100% sure, like just full on
Right.
cheeks. I mean, I was wearing like shorts, so it wasn't like demonetized, but
Bro, like,
shit.
don't tease me about the dump truck like that. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah, the bakery
getting
truck
me
was
riled up on a getting me riled up on a Saturday morning here, man. It's
the bakery truck was out for delivery that day. But but it was great. So big salutes to that. But yeah, I am no stranger to looking like an idiot here on the channel. So I'm sure at some point there's gonna be one interview where someone's like, "Oh yeah, take your pants off," and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, I'll do it," and then I'll just be
look, bro.
completely
I'll be
blurred out.
honest. I'll be honest. I'm really, really impressed that you managed to keep all your clothes on while listening to Sleep Token. That's a feat that not many people can actually handle. Um,
It was just me on the bed, just like complete like blurred out, and just like me
yeah.
like oh, my crotch, yeah.
Just halfway through the breakdown, just start stripping off like, but yeah.
No, it's not even that. It just like it's like 1 second I have clothes on, and then like I snap my fingers, and all of my clothes are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
what I
that's
feel
what
like
sleep
I'm
token does to a person.
Yeah. Well, I think
Like that guy ripping that guy ripping a fart in the pit was definitely butt ass naked for sure. That's why it was so loud.
yeah, that's actually how the reverberate. There was a mic actually. He was mic'd up.
Had a mic
This is a
up his
sound
butt,
check.
just, like ready to go.
They're like, "All right,
Yeah.
ready, sound check," and then it's like, "Okay, great. It sounds awesome."
Yeah.
Get one loaded up.
So
Get
just
one loaded in the chamber for the
at
next
the
one.
most inconvenient moment, can you just let one rip? Like Vessel himself immediately demands it. Like he has to have that happen.
He
In
requests
just
it.
Sydney.
Yeah, he requests
worship.
it actually. Yeah, worship.
You know?
Worship that.
Worship that ass.
Oh God! All right. Well, don't take that out of context, guys. I don't need
Please,
that.
please do not. Please,
That
for
was
the love of
terrible.
God.
We're definitely
was-
gonna bleep
that
that
was-
out. That was the worst joke we
Yeah.
could have made tonight, I think. And we've made some really bad ones, to be fair. So
Look,
if we both came to the collective conclusion that we shouldn't have said that, then
yeah,
Yeah.
that was
definitely
a
get cut.
jumping the shark moment. For
That
sure.
will definitely get cut.
like- yeah. Oh my God.
That's definitely not gonna make the edit 100%.
Please, yeah. God, no.
Guys, you don't know what we're talking about because it didn't make the edit. Good joke.
Yeah. What's up? We're back to the channel, Addiction Audio Heroin. We're good. How are we doing today, folks? Today,
Oh
I'm
my
going to
God.
talk to you about why. Anyway.
All right. Well, listen, Raph, we're gonna move it on to the next question. I don't even know what question we're on, but we're just gonna plow through them now at this point.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
But Raph, I wanted to know what was the first artist that you saw, whether it be on like YouTube or on TV, that really kind of inspired you to do music, like got you really like you saw them and you're like, I want to do that. That seems sick.
Wow. Man, it's if I really think about it, and like, I guess to be quite honest, I think the first band that made me go, I want to do that was I'd moved to Australia when I was 9 or 10. Um, and within the first week, I'd made mates with a guy, and he just told me, "Hey, there's this really sick song. What you need to do, type in 'Don't Stay' Linkin Park Naruto AMV." And man, like that got me hyped up to 1,000 because there's like I don't know, like the mixture of that song and like the like AMV fights of like Naruto versus Sasuke. I don't know what it is, man. That just like absolutely just like decimated my 9-year-old brain, and I was never the same from that point in time. Like I was just like, I want to do that forever.
I
I
knew on
want to
that day
be.
I was gonna be a weeb.
I knew from that day onwards that I would be a Hokage. Um,
You are in my
you
heart.
know, oh,
You're a Hokage in my heart.
Hokage in my heart. Oh.
That should be the next song title.
Yeah, hey, that's not a bad idea. I might do that. That's a really good idea.
You're gonna
Just
have to
like
get it.
start
You're
like
gonna have to get it past your your bandmates.
they'd either be really into it or would just be like, no. Um,
No,
that's how most of
sure.
those moments go. At the time, a lot of it is just like, oh, we like your idea. Let's make it even more batshit insane. Um,
Then you ended up with the
so
name Breathe. That was like,
yeah, I mean, okay. The song titles are normal. The lyrics are like serious and all that. But like everything surrounding that, outside of like music videos and like all that, it's just like bazonka, balls to the walls, whatever, dude. Like we just don't care anymore. Bassist Brad, on the day of the release of Breathe, put out a TikTok which kind of blew up a little bit of him being like, "Hey, so if you don't know, my band's new single Breathe got put out today, and I've got a very special guest to announce it." And he goes off camera, comes back shirtless with a drawn-on six-pack and a blonde wig, and he starts talking in a Hulk Hogan voice, being like, "Hey, brother," and full on man just went for the bit, and it just so like that is the level. You think that I'm like like that, and like it's just me? No, dude. The whole entire band is just Looney Tunes, goofy bananas the whole time.
that's amazing. I
Yeah,
feel like at the end of this interview, I'm gonna have to just do something batshit crazy so you guys can go viral.
you've got to, you've got to, man.
I'm just gonna have my
Just
whole cakes out. I'm gonna be like, "Yo, what's going?"
yeah,
Just kidding. I'm not
just
gonna do that.
just start dropping to the breakdown of Breathe.
I start twerking
Just
to
like
breathe. I'm just like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I couldn't do it. That be
I reckon you could. I reckon you definitely could.
someone's better than I. They could do that. I think.
I'm gonna do it
Okay.
live one time. It'll happen. I won't say when, won't say where.
And
Just
then I'm just gonna
one night.
remix it, and all I'm gonna be doing is
No, no. What you gonna do? We gotta get people to remix it, and they've got to do it with me in time. Like
God, Jesus Christ.
it's not a TikTok trend.
drop hashtag drop it to breathe.
Hashtag breathe dump truck time. Let's go.
Hashtag breathe dummy thick with 3 C's. I hope somebody actually does that and starts the trend. Oh, I would be so. I feel like I would. I feel like then at that point in my life, then I would know that I've truly reached fame. You know, like
Yeah,
that my
that's the
influence had
moment.
that much of effect on someone to make
It'll
breathe
happen.
dummy thick as a hashtag. Oh God.
Ophelia, I'm so sorry. I promise I'm normal.
I'm gonna use that hashtag in this video. So, guys, that's gonna be the third hashtag. It's gonna be like the first hashtag is gonna be Broken Earth, the middle hashtag is gonna be Interview, and the last one's gonna be Breathe Dummy Thick. The last one, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck? I don't get this." And I'm like, well, you
And
gotta
like
watch the
40
interview.
minutes in, they'll just be like, "Oh,
Oh,
okay."
and then click out of the video. Please don't though. Please stay. Please we're here. There's more stuff.
We exist in this time.
Yeah,
Only this time.
only this time.
Yeah.
But no, I love that. That's
What was the
awesome.
question?
The
What
question
was the
was the band. The
question?
question was the band that you said Linkin Park was that the band
Yeah.
that you're like you watched the Naruto AMV and you're like
That's, oh my god, you have a better memory than I do.
it's all right.
Yes. And so like from then, I think I got really into Linkin Park very early on, very quickly after that. Kind of became the defining band for me, inspired me to write music like that. I think, yeah, songs like "Don't Stay" just like hit like a real, I guess, deep emotional connection for me, and
Sure.
like
Yeah.
brought something out of me that I didn't know I had. And I was like, I want to do that for other people. You know, if structure wise and stuff actually, breathe is actually a lot like one step closer. And I realized that after we wrote it, um, in a few ways. The build up to the breakdown and all that. Like I was listening back and I'm like, this is like if like Linkin Park wrote like, new metalcore now.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know, like when I had that like thought process in my head, I was like, oh shit, like this is what I wanted to be doing. This is like this. It feels like a full circle moment where it's like, no, this is the vibe. This is what we wanted to go for, and we're doing it. My first ever live band experience was seeing Paramore in 2013, and that made me want to really, really go for it. I was
Respect.
like this. I was like, I don't think I was even 16 at that time. I was 15. Um, First ever concert experience, and Paramore just blew the house down. But what actually made me want to do it and see it as possible was the fact they had an opening band there called Faraway Stables, um, and they had a huge audience for this like opening band slot
Mm.
in Australia, supporting this huge American band that everyone knew. Um, and I think looking at them playing, I was like, well, if they can do it, why can't I? So like I bought like the CD of their EP that day. I think I still have it somewhere. And I was just like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I want to do with my life. If they can do it, why can't I? And that's kind of the mentality that's carried me through this whole time. It's just seeing that it is possible for literally anyone to do it.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that I'm glad that I can help facilitate that because I think for me it's like that's not to say that like I am the best interviewer or whatever anything, you
No,
know.
man, this has been awesome.
Oh,
I'm
thank
loving
you.
this.
Thank you. Oh, I love this. I think for me it's like I love seeing the progression of bands. Like I think for me I like kind of seeing I like knowing how much bands work to get to where they're at, and I think for you guys like specifically like I can tell how hard you worked even checking out like social media and stuff like as much as I knew you guys were going to be like a bunch of goofballs, which is right up my alley. I was like there's this level of dedication to what they do and they really want to be out there and they want to like they really want to do it, and I think to me that's like despite like the over inherentness of the goofiness, like I think deep below, like you can really tell it's like this is as much as like the musicality I think speaks for the level of dedication that you guys put into what you do, and then obviously like you guys have personalities, which I think which helps out a lot because I don't think like not that I think the bands are playing in that way, but I think there's that level of like camaraderie that you would feel with someone because you're like, oh, there's just, you know, me and Raph are being goofballs, like I feel like that's kind of like the thing, and that's great. So I think there's that level of like attachment that you feel for someone else because you're like, oh,
Dude.
they're a normal person. They're just like me. We're just dudes being bros, it's sick.
Yeah, dude. Well, like I think, and like that's a really cool thing that you touched on. Because uh, when we were coming up, parts of the scene were not like that at all.
Hmm.
A lot of people in bands were like very much like, I'm in a band, don't fucking talk to me. I'm gonna be serious, And like these were bands
Bro,
that
how
were
dare
as
you
big as
talk to
we are
me?
now. like these were bands that were as big as we are now, so not huge, but like had a bit of something, and they were just like, nah, I'm gonna be serious the whole time, like, mm, mm. And like
True rock star, like moody. I got you. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, 100%. But it's like you guys are playing to 20 people, but cool, go off.
Go
Um,
off, Queen.
you
I
know,
got you.
yeah, we love that.
Slay.
But but over COVID, we had really harsh lockdowns for 2 years. I know the whole world basically did, but in
Just
Australia,
Australia.
yeah,
Australia
just
was locked.
Australia.
Like, yeah, they were
You
gridlocked.
you guys were fine. No,
Arguably, yeah. I didn't.
yeah.
Every day I'm getting better. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I got long COVID after a show we played at the end of 2021, and that took me like 6 months to recover from. It was rough as fuck
Oh,
because like we also recorded songs 3 months after that, and man, my lung capacity had not recovered, so it actually took me like about a month to do vocals when it should have taken me like 4 days. It was rough. Got there. I'm recovered now.
there
I'm
you go.
feeling better, but like, thanks, homie. Um, Lung capacity revival, baby. Yeah, and what was I saying? Yeah, like back to what I was saying though with the personality thing, right? Like,
Mhm.
um, a lot of people have become more real over the past couple of years because a lot of people that were in it for like ego reasons over 2 years of not playing shows and not getting that, like, I guess, like boost or whatever, they kind of like stopped doing the important thing, which is the music making, and and like, I guess, like, other bands stopped because they were burnt out or whatever. But there was a lot
Sure,
of
sure,
like
sure.
a lot of the bullshitters in the scene kind of just stopped like being part of it. If that makes sense, or they really got like they had a lot of self reflection and realized that they
Sure,
actually
yeah.
wanted to be like serious. And like I will fully like also say that like I was someone that was like a bit standoffish,
Mhm.
and like went through like I think every person in a band is probably goes through these moments where
Sure,
like
sure, sure.
you go from like, oh, mate's just hanging out, to no, I've got to be a serious band. Yeah, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
um Follow me on Instagram though. But like, yeah, and so last year I kind of came out of that shell a bit, and I realized that like the this life is so expensive and so taxing and so exhausting
Mhm.
that if you're not having fun doing it, and like I look at bands now that like may have the mentality of like, oh, I've just got to be the biggest band in the world, fuck everything else. I'm just like, okay, but are you enjoying it though? Are you
Yeah,
having
yeah,
fun?
yeah.
Like, are you actually like, are you getting like an enrichment from just like putting yourself in the position of being present to it? So like, I think, yeah, that's why we're goofballs a lot of the times, because like that's our natural selves.
Sure, yeah.
And I think if you try to, I guess, go for a fake personality or try and get caught up in like blowing up overnight or whatever, like, yeah, that's cool to have those goals, but like if that's all you are and that's all you make yourself, you end up like a very like unhappy person. I think for me, like, yeah, like the part of the reason why I don't take myself too seriously, but like we take the music seriously, is because like if I didn't, and if I was to come and be like, yeah, so we're Broken Earth, we play a few shows, we're cool, I would feel, I would go away from that interaction, like this interview, I'd be like kind of depressed. You know what I mean?
Sure,
Like I would
yeah.
just be like, yeah. So like, it's really cool that you touched on that. I don't know. I think I've just like I've had a few thoughts about it recently where I'm just like, I am so happy that I'm enjoying just being myself these days instead of like trying to go for someone I'm not. So like to have that receptivity in like an interview setting where you're just like, fuck it, let's just vibe check, man. Like, it's cool,
Yeah.
dude. It's really cool. It's really sick. That was a long tangent. I do apologize.
No, 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 no. This is
But
great. I don't have anything to do, with my life, so I just do this. This is my fun free time. I love doing this, and I think, again, I think it unlocks that sort of thing that you wouldn't necessarily get from the music, right? And I think that interviews and listening to the music are interchangeable. Those are things that you're not going to get out of the music, because you're like, if you just checked out Broken Earth and just listen to the song, you'd be like, yo, these fucking guys are hard, they're going to be assholes, like they're tough. Yeah, guys, yeah, so I go to the gym, I fucking like could lift a building with my muscles. And then meanwhile Rap's like, ooh, yeah, so you would come check out Broken Earth, they're great, I'm a vocalist, I go scoop scoop scoop. So no offense to Raph. I love Raph. That wasn't a dig to Raph, but I feel like I
No,
kind of
it's cool.
surmised it
It's
pretty
cool.
well.
Right, no, that's pretty much it. It's just
Naruto's my
Looney Tunes
favorite
bullshit
anime.
over here.
I get it. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
I feel like for me, it's like I also like want to be able to promote that sort of stuff, because I think it's like you want to know that that person, and I say this a lot in the interviews that I do, like you want to make sure that the person that is making the music is enjoying it, because like you can tell if someone's not enjoying it. I think that's really what comes down to,
Mm,
is like that is a true and like a tried and true thing, that if you see a vocalist up there, or you see a guitar player, you see a drummer, a bass player, whatever, and they're not having a good ass time doing this shit, they're probably not enjoying it, and that to me
yeah.
is that gives me the signal. It's like, oh, I don't know if I want to work with that band, just because I think that, not to say that like people can't have that change, I think you got to be able to allow someone to be able to make that change. And I am glad that you touched on like bands being a little, bands doing it more so for the clout versus doing it for the reasons that you should do it, is which is creating a fan base and really trying to connect with other people. And that's kind of what I do, because I think that for me, it's like I want to be able to connect with the people that I have on as an interviewer, but I also want to be able to connect with my fan base and say like, listen, I'm a fucking goofball, I'm a weirdo sometimes, but that's who I am, and that's who I will always be. I'm just I'm a goofy motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So for me, that's
It's real Looney Tunes hours up in here, dude. Let's
yeah,
go.
yeah. Like I just feel like for me, it's like I want that. I want people to know that that's how I'm going to be in my interviews across whatever I do. Like I want people to know that my level of genuineness extends from all facets of what I do. And I think that people that have met me in person can say the same thing, where I'm just a total goofball. I am cracking jokes, I'm doing the same shit, and that's kind of the same energy that I want to keep. So anytime I get to highlight that with other bands and showing how like again that level of genuineness that they show, not only in their music but also just being themselves outside of the concept of a song, I think that's great. You want to celebrate those things. So kudos, Raph, crushing it. You are doing
Thank you.
doing it out
So are
here.
you, man. Like, we've both got this. We're on that rise and grind,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah, yeah, baby. Let's go. Go check out
Yeah,
Broken Earth. Links below. They're sick.
yeah,
Breathe is
yeah.
awesome.
Fucking
You should go
oath.
give it some love.
I'll, yeah,
Go
dude.
do it
Thank
up.
you.
All their
Thank
social
you.
medias. If you don't give them a follow, I'm gonna be very upset. So don't do that. You don't want to see me cry.
We will be very disappointed in you.
Well, yeah. We like turn
Yeah.
around and we're like, so listen, I heard that you didn't check out Broken Earth. And you know what, listen, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. And listen, I didn't want to have that type of
Oh,
conversation with you, because I care about you, and I really want you to check out Broken Earth, because I think they're great and I think you'd like them. So for you to not check them out, I'm a little hurt, and I don't want to feel hurt, So please check out Broken Earth. Links below. That was good, right? Crushed it. That was
I'm
good.
I'm using that in a TikTok reel, and like it's just gonna go straight to breathe. Like,
You should
bow,
just
bow, bow,
yeah,
bow.
you should just have it with you should edit in like violins playing, like
Yeah,
really sad violins. That'd be great.
dude. Yeah, absolutely. That'd
Clip
be
that.
so sick.
Guys, clip it, guys.
Mashup remix. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that you guys are genuine, and I'm glad that I'm able to celebrate that with you guys, because I think again, bro, I just gave a speech, but go check out Broken Earth. They're awesome. Which, speaking of which, perfect segue into the next question I have for you, Raph. For people who don't know about Broken Earth, what song would you recommend to a new listener to check out first?
Um. Jesus. I mean, I'll be honest. I fucking love Breathe. It's definitely like
Wow.
I don't know. It's
Vocalist picks newest song. No, that should be like the headline.
yeah. No.
Vocalist picks most newest song release. I'm
Well,
just joshing.
I fuck with it so hard because like every song we write is better than the last one. I feel.
That's also,
But
I feel like you're just digging yourself a hole there, Raf. You're just like, I feel like you're reading off the prompt. It's just like the vocalist prompt. It's just like, yeah, the last song with the song that we released is good, but like this song now that's out now, the best track we
I'm not gonna
released.
be like, oh yeah, check out our underground demo that sounds like garbage, bro. Like,
The
yeah,
Garage
dude,
Band
yeah,
song. I
fuck
need
it.
to hear that one.
Yeah, like
Give me that.
I'm not trying to appease some fucking, I don't know, Twitch gatekeepy bullshit. I don't know. Fucking like get good. Listen to the cool song. I don't care.
Oh my god. That was so hard. I appreciate that. I got
No,
wrecked. It's
fucking
okay. L in the chat for me.
it's all right. It's cool, man. It's like, oh, the song that you're interviewing me about. Yeah, don't check out that one. Check out the one in 2020 with completely different vocalists singing and everything else. Dude, no, absolutely. Check that one out first because that will give you a really good idea about who we are and what we do now. Go check out that one. Fuck yeah, dude. 100% nailed it.
I'm gonna leave. Wow, you really roasted me super hard on that. Rap really just went in on me. Listen. I gotta give you kudos. You really like it. I feel like if this was like a WWE movie, you like fucking pick me up and just fucking slam me onto the ground.
Bro, it's all bad, sir. It's all bad, sir, man. Don't even sweat. It's not
He
personal.
threw me.
Take the L.
He like picked up my body and like threw me off, and I landed on like a table. And then he like was coming off the rafters and just went like, fucking like shit.
This is a breed, idiot. Nah.
I appreciate that. I just want to say you crushed it. I got roasted. Yeah. It should be just the interview will be titled "Interviewer Brandon Gets Roasted by the Rap." Roasted.
What's the guy who like he was big like about a decade ago when like not many other people were doing it in the scene and he was kind of a creep. What's his name? Brian Starr.
Oh God,
he, like,
no! Don't bring up that name.
Whoops. Redacted. Got like absolutely like bullied so hard he cried because like the band just like weren't fucking with what he was saying because he was asking the most like cringe ass questions.
He did ask some cringe ass questions. I'll give him yeah, 100%. I used to watch a little bit of Brian Starr's, and then I was like, I think I could do this better, and now I'm like subpar.
Man, like a goldfish with a peanut for a brain could do it better. Like it's not that. Like he really just like set the bar so low. It's not even.
Everybody's very easily hurtling over him by this point.
Yeah.
He set the bar so low that he was just like, yeah, see if you can beat me, and then literally someone just like picks up their toe and like moves over the line, and it was already immediately better.
I was like, I don't know, like when you're like, I guess from a band's perspective, I would hate if an interviewer like Brian Starr, for example, came up and was just like, yeah, so like, who do you think's the hottest in the band? And like, you know, like
I did ask that though, so to be fair, you know, and it's it's Ref.
But
the answer's Ref.
But the fun fact is that we're all the hottest member, all of us. Like we form into hot, one big metalcore Giga Chad. That is what happens when we're on stage.
The sculpted jawline. The Riz meter blows up.
This is real unhinged.
We keep going back to the sexy shit for some reason. I feel like we veer away from it, but then it's just like no.
We don't mean to. It just kind of like goes that way, and then we're just like, all right, fucking, if you're not sus, bro, get on my level. Let's suss it out. You know?
Listen, see hi Australian guy. What do you think I'm gonna do? You know, I gotta say it.
Yeah, bro. I get interviewed by a sexy American interviewer, man. Like, I don't know,
Oh,
something about that accent. Just
that's
like
what I said. Something about that
dots
accent,
my
man.
I's, crosses my T's. Like, just
Yeah,
let's go.
I'm actually gonna be wearing these headphones as I go to bed, and I'm gonna replay this interview so I can just hear Raph talk me to sleep and just say the most unhinged shit. So I'll be like, haha. That's gonna be my It's like ASMR, but like not.
Yeah, it's like just like really bizarre shit. Like, by the way, did you know avocados are real? By the way, um, I am in your walls. Just like the most like
Wow,
the
what a
sea
callback to the
dolphin.
beginning of this interview. That's awesome. It's so sick.
The sea dolphin can submerge underwater by 1,000 kilometers. I don't know, just random shit.
I'm gonna rewatch this, and I'm gonna watch this like as I'm about to edit it, and I'm gonna be like, I don't remember what happened in this interview. Let me watch it. I'm gonna be like, fuck. Oh, I guess it's
Bro,
going
this
out.
is me, bro. This is me completely sober. Like, this is me. Like, I'm not.
Same.
I've had a water. That is it.
I've also had shout out to the Target seltzer water. Woo!
Yeah. Oh no, I lie. I also had a coffee from my morning brown mug. That's an Auntie Donna reference. Auntie Donna are like the most hilarious dudes in Australia. Go check them out. They are probably like 50% to blame for why I'm so unhinged these days. So if you want to know the lore of Raph Smith, go check out Auntie Donna. Link in bio. Yeah.
I'm not gonna link that.
No, you don't. You don't need to. It's fine.
But you know what I will link? Broken Earth. Check the links below.
Yeah. Going back to what we were talking about. If you're not going to check out Breathe, absolutely sus Black Skies. That was the song we put out last year. It was a diss track on the government at the time that mismanaged the 2019 Australian bushfires. So we just wrote like the most savage roast we could absolutely
Hell
think
yeah.
about. Myself and Ben were like basically Ben, our guitarist. We were driving back from a show that we'd played at the time, right as the bushfires were starting to happen, and we were just talking like, man, I'm waking up and I'm literally seeing like purple, black smoke in the sky. I go to work and I'm breathing like, the bush on fire because the Liberal Party just like totally underfunded and mismanaged our environmental awareness, and and there was so much like organizational shit that went down during that where they're just like, no, we don't need to give them that. Like, they've already got it all sorted, and it's like, well, actually, no. Our planet is on fire right now. Thank you. Our ocean caught on fire from the bush. So yeah, so we were just like, so basically, long story short, we wrote the most savage diss track we could, put it out last year, and that one is still the encore song because it is the most feral, angry shit we ever wrote, and I love it.
I also
It's
love
like,
it.
yeah,
I'm gonna have
like
to do
you
a
know that
reaction
little,
video for that one too. I'll do both. It'll be a double
oh
feature.
dude, yeah, man, I'd love
A
to,
double
I'd love to see
feature.
your, yeah, boy. Yeah, no. So if it's not going to be Breathe, check out Black Skies. They both have capital letters in their names on the streaming service, so you know they're official.
That was my best reaction face. That's that.
Yeah.
I'm
We
not gonna
capitalize the angry ones. I don't know.
just like
um, yeah, but yeah, no, absolutely. I would rate Breathe and Black Skies above what we've done before because that's the style we're going for, and it's the songs that get me the most amped up in the gym.
I love that.
I'll
Listen,
I'll admit that I'm a vocalist that listens to my own band. Cool,
I respect that.
whatever.
That's a
Yeah,
power move.
no, bro, we write bangers. I'm not going to apologize for that.
That's factual. Factual. Can
Yeah.
confirm. Yeah,
Thank you.
I can
Thank you.
confirm that. Yeah, they write bangers. And you know what, guys? Listen, if you do not want to get roasted like me earlier and saying that you should check out Breathe, then you can be the envy of all your friends and check this out before everyone else does. So links below for that, as well as links for Broken Earth, because they're rad and they're like some of my favorite people now. So go give them
Oh,
some love. They're
dude,
cool.
dude. Oh, you keep rizzing me up, man. I
I
can't
am
top
that. I
this.
always
Like,
riz up my interviewees. You got to.
yeah, yeah,
I want
absolutely.
to. Some people start off their morning with a cup of Joe. I just feel like I gotta give every Australian the positive riz moment. Your moment of riz.
That's it. Risen Earth.
Love it.
Broken Chad. Yeah.
Yes. Love that. I feel like one music video you should have like a green screen and just slowly increase the opacity for like the Chad photo, like the one photo. That'd be so sick. And then by the end of it, it's just the photo of the Chad, the Giga Chad. I'd love
We've got
that.
we've got a lighting screen guy called Chris who does all our
Salutes.
visuals, and we have screens behind us. And he's one of my best mates. I love him to death.
Shout out to
He's
Chris.
going to be my. I'm moving in with him and another really cool person, Emma, in about 2 weeks. So I'm very excited for that. It just means more unhinged about shenanigans. I'm going to become more insane.
The next time I have
But
you on, you're just gonna be like, just gonna be climbing up the walls and stuff. I'm like, I can't have him on, Ophelia. He has become
like,
feral now. He's starting to foam right now. Help me!
you know what? Too much risk.
Too much
Can't
riz,
handle
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. God blessed him with too much riz.
But we've literally told him to just put in the dumbest shit. So like, I think at one stage he sampled in the Ninja Turtles during our last time we had a screen, and also like, yeah, like we're getting like blue whales and shit, and then I think we're also gonna get like the Giga Chad face just thrown in there with laser beams coming out of the
I
eyes.
love that. Yeah. Do
Yeah,
it up.
yeah, like, that's gonna be it, man. Absolutely.
I hope you guys throw in Sonic in there, Sonic.
Oh god. Fucking Sonichu. Do you remember that old mate that was Sammy Sonic or whatever? Sammy Sonic fan or whatever.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Fuck.
What was it? It was like, this is what you get. Your actions have consequences or whatever. Like,
I'm gonna find the clip.
Like, yeah.
You have to
Fucking
remember
A.
that your actions have consequences.
Just lives in my head rent free. Whenever I do something dumb, I'm like, well. If it isn't the consequences of my own action.
And then I'm just gonna I feel like somebody made a comment on one of my videos and they're like, oh my god, sometimes Brandon, when he like talks in a certain way, kind of sounds like the Sonic character. And I'm like, what do you mean? And then it's just like, yeah, that's not cool.
I got the Sonic edits where it's like, like, what's Ligma? Ligma balls. Like, those fucking TikToks.
Lick my balls.
Yeah. It's like, I'm evading my taxes. Yeah.
Chili dogs. Somebody please don't take that out of context. Please, for the love of God, don't take that out of context. I don't need this.
Man.
Check out Broken Earth. Link in the bio. Somebody sound clip that. I need that to be in a TikTok. That's great. That'd be tight.
Oh my god. This whole interview could be chopped up into TikTok.
Oh god. Don't tempt me with a good time. This is unhinged. This is. I always think about posting some of like the funny unhinged moments in interviews because like I realize that like this interview is right now we're at 2 hours, so I feel like somebody with a mental capacity is not going to be able to sit through 2 hours worth of our shit. So so
So
I'm
sorry
gonna
for the
find some.
editing
I'm
here.
gonna some. I'm gonna find like some good. I'm gonna find some good content to throw up on the TikTok. That'd be great.
Put the Wii menu music behind it.
Ba, ba,
Boop,
ba,
boop,
ba.
boop, 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 boop.
I'm not gonna lie, I did find the Wii TikTok, so I guess I'll give a shout out to his YouTube channel. I don't remember the name of it, but I'll post the thumbnail on there. But somebody had recorded a 10-hour version of it, but they did a bossa nova style version of the Wii shop
I think
theme
I've
song.
heard that,
It's fucking fire. It's so good.
dude. For
I listen
real.
to that while I'm
It's
editing. It's great. That's how much of a nerd I
serious.
am.
Far out, man. That's wow.
It's so good.
Okay. I have found my new favorite stupid thing, and it is metal songs in this Super Mario 64 sound font.
Yes. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that. I love those. They're great.
Dude,
The
I'm
like,
half tempted to do one for Breathe. Like, just
that'd
put
be
it
so
out
sick.
there.
The song, like this. Oh, that would be amazing. I would love that. Like the sound, Yeah, the sounds from the games. Oh, that'd be so tight. I would love that.
A good mate of mine sent me a reel of Slipknot surfacing, and it just sent me.
It was so good.
I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh my god. I don't know whoever is doing those. Are you're crushing it. I gotta give it
Yeah,
salutes. Yeah, they're awesome. I love those. Guys, if you haven't checked those out and you're a nerd, go do it. It's awesome.
yeah,
But Raph, the next question. Listen, we're gonna bully our way through like the next set of questions that I have because we need to steamroll this shit.
let's go.
What's bands are you currently listening to right now? What's some bands you've been jamming recently?
Let me check my Slipknot, my Spotify. Um,
Spotify.
Spotify. Spotify. Um,
Spotify. I found like I feel like I sound very British when I say that. Spotify.
Spotify. Well, I'm actually from England. I
Oh,
I did when I was 10. So for like 3 years, I had a British accent, but it got me absolutely bullied in high school. Sorry, in primary school. So by the time I hit high school, I was sounding like this, mate. Yeah, buddy.
sound like this.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
A
But there
full
are some words
chuffed.
that I pronounce where like I sound British. For example, garage.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Garage. Yeah.
Garage.
Um,
And then
garage. And
meanwhile
yogurt.
I'm like my garage.
My garage. Well,
My
Aussies
garage.
say it garage too, but for some reason, my brain just will never click over. It will
That's
always be
fair.
garage. I'm listening to Avril Lavigne. Um, yeah, bro. Bite Me is a banger. I will cover it. Um, Motionless in White. Um, Nothing But Thieves.
Oh,
Uh,
love them.
Caskets. I fucking
Oh,
love Caskets.
yeah.
Um, what else? Um, a lot of like, do you know funk? Like, uh, TikTok beat funk. Do you know what that is? It's like all those like TikTok edits where like it's like a car drifting, whatever, and they've got like the sort of like music behind it. That's just me all the time.
Drifting.
What else? Sleep Token, obviously. That
Hey,
new album
hey.
got me incredibly emotional, got me incredibly horny, and then it got me incredibly sad, all in the same song. So
Amen.
shout out to them. Yeah. Depeche Mode.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah. And I think, yeah, apart from that, kind of going through a bit of a weird phase at the moment where I'm listening to like a bunch of different shit all at the same time. Do you know Soft Cult?
Yes. Oh, they're fantastic. Salutes.
I love them. I love them. I think what was it? Uzumaki. It's like my
Yes.
favorite song. ever done, dude. Banger.
Bruh.
Kingdom of Giants. I absolutely froth Kingdom of Giants. I love the '80s Stranger Things core thing they're doing. It's so sick.
My boys.
I They're coming out this way, and I really hope we get on a show of theirs because I will literally like cry.
Dana,
Um,
Dana, come on. My man. I love you. You know,
Dana,
I've had the
shout out to
boys on.
Dana.
I've had
Yeah,
the
have the
boys
boys
on.
on.
Those are I've had them on twice, and I love those guys. And they, listen, Dana, come on, do me a solid.
Dana.
If you can get Broken Earth on what date? What date, Raf?
Oh, bro, let me check it out. Let me check it out. What's that? If you can get Broken Earth to tour with you guys, Kingdom of yeah, because we'll have more songs out by then. Hopefully, we'll have enough clout. Who knows?
You have
I
a
don't
lot of
know.
clout in my heart.
They're touring with Bury tomorrow, mid to late October. So,
Mm.
if we can get on like all the dates, or like even just Sydney,
All
the
right, man.
19th of
How much
October,
clout do you think I have, man?
or Newcastle 20th of October, one of the
Ah.
two, I will be very happy.
Listen, you can clip this, Dana. Listen,
Dana,
Truman, you guys are my boys.
bro.
I love you guys so much. You're familia to me. You're
Yeah,
family. So
absolutely.
if you could do me a big solid and get my new fam, Broken Earth, on that Newcastle show, I'll be I'll
Yes.
be I'll be elated. I already love you guys as it is. I've been a ride or die fan for a hot minute. I've had you guys on twice. You already know I love you guys so much. So listen, if you could do me a solid, I'd 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 be so happy. So I listen.
Bro.
I'm just saying, it'd be sick.
Yeah. Nah, dude, like, yeah, Dana, my boy that I've never spoken to before, my dog, my homeboy. We would love to play with you. Please put us on a show. I will, I will fanboy so hard, and pretend not to. But I might also cry. Who knows? We'll see how we go.
I got
Yeah,
you.
cool, man. It's really
I
cool to
got.
meet you. Um,
And then
yeah,
he
what?
texts me and he's like he's like, "Yo, man, come on." He just started crying. I'm like, he just really loves you, man.
Yeah, gang, gang, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, oh man, I listen to a lot of different weird shit. Nothing Nowhere. I love that new album
Ooh,
too.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah, dude. Um, there's a band in Sydney called Besties. They are sick. Shout out to Max. He did the cover art for our song, um, Illusion. They are sick as well. Ollie did the video for us. So check out those two bands. Um, and what else? Dude, I actually, what did I re-listen to the other day? And I was like, oh man, this is still amazing. Thornhill's debut album, The Dark Pool.
Oh,
Do you know?
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
oh.
Still goes hard, right?
Yeah, I'm
I think
horny
it
for
takes you on a
Thorny.
journey. Yeah, horny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fair. Um, yeah, no, dude, like I love that album. And then fuck, I think that's it. I think I'm like, I'll be honest, man. I don't spend a lot of time listening to music. I am way too like I do so much with like a lot of music and writing and stuff that I can get quite sick of music, if that makes sense in terms of listening to music. Um,
I feel
and,
that.
and I guess a lot of my day to day is doing lots of different stuff, so I don't have a lot of time to just sit and listen to music. But in saying that, like I have this weird like hyper focus where I will listen to the same 5 songs on repeat, and that will be my soundtrack for a couple of days, and then I'll move on to the next thing. And it won't be like 5 songs where it's like metalcore. It'll be like one song is metalcore, one song is pop, one song is EDM, one song is indie. Like the Wombats or something. Like, I just have like the attention span of a 3-year-old goldfish, so I need to like constantly have zoomies. You know what I mean?
That's great. I love that. I kind of am like that. I'll fixate on like one album, which I know for damn sure it's gonna be the Sleep Token album. I've already listened to it. I literally listened to that album all day at work today, so I feel like that I'm gonna be listening
Oh,
to it a lot
sick.
more. I'm gonna be listening to it a lot more. Um, God, I don't know. I feel like that one's one that I've been just hyper fixated on. But I'm kind of like you. I try to listen to a bunch of different genres, so I want to say that I get tired of it, but like I think there is that necessity of listening to a bunch of different artists and being very well rounded as an interviewer. But also, I think a
That's
music
so
listener.
sick.
You know, you want to be able to listen to different things. As you mentioned, Dua Lipa
Yeah.
earlier. You know, Dua Lipa, like hit up the
Yeah. I went
DMs
through a
if you want.
huge Dua Lipa phase.
Oh,
Like she writes bangers, man.
she does.
And
Yeah.
also like beautiful. So it's like a win-win situation. But I noticed for me, um, I I don't write amazing songs if I'm just listening to one genre.
Bullshit. Bullshit, man.
No, as in like if I'm just listening to one genre and I got to write a song, it's going to be the most generic shit ever because that's all that's in my like immediate vicinity. Whereas in like, um, if like I keep things I guess varied for me up here, then what comes out is also going to be interesting and a bit more has a bit will have a bit more of an edge and character to it because I'm not just regurgitating whatever I'm hearing.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're a
Because
great.
like I will absolutely do that too. I'll absolutely like because I think even as artists as creative people, you can try and be as original as you want, but at the end of the day, what you're influenced by and what you listen to will permeate.
Sure.
So yeah, like I think for me, if I listen to too much of the same thing at the same time, um, I first get bored, but also secondly, um, like my songwriting and my creative, I guess, brain power kind of suffers as a result as well.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. So be more
Oh yeah.
well rounded, and
Yeah.
also
Oh
at the
yeah.
same time check out Broken Earth. Links below. Go do it. Uh, the next question I have for you, Raf, is what is your favorite food to eat?
Oh man. We've had too much Maccas lately on the road. It's pretty bad. But uh, I really, really love a good like Thai spicy rice dish or like ramen. I think it's ramen to be
Ooh,
honest.
ooh,
I love ramen.
same.
It's part of the weeb, pipeline. Um,
You have to. That's the rite of passage. You have to enjoy
yeah,
ramen.
yeah.
So
No, for real, I love spicy food so much. And like if you get like a spicy ramen, that's like also got like a bunch of like meat and eggs and veggies, and it's just gonna fill you up. Man, like after a long day of like I don't know, like sometimes I forget to eat because my ADHD is just like off the wazoo and I'll hyper focus. Um, Shocker, I know. But like if I haven't eaten a lot that day and I have like a good bowl of ramen at the end of the day, man, life is just
it's
I'm living
keen.
the dream.
It's keen. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I also love cooking like a good steak or a good like what's it, chicken stir fry?
Ooh. Okay. Fancy.
Yeah.
Fancy. All right.
It's also cheap, which is great. Um
I
and I
respect
have
it.
leftovers. I have
You're right.
leftovers that I don't need to pay for, and then I can
Yeah.
just reach into the takeaway container and just grab it from the microwave. Too easy.
Yeah, I love that. I'm about it.
Yeah.
Well,
What about you,
listen,
Ray?
off, bro. That's tough. I'm a big sushi fan. I love sushi.
Oh, nice.
You know,
Oh man, I love sushi, but I had the most mediocre sushi the other day, and it just gave me like the. I was grumpy afterwards because like that was
oh,
mid. You know what I mean? You know when you have the
yeah,
most
I feel
mid
you.
sushi and
Oh,
you just like
I
wasn't
feel
it.
like I feel like in the same vein, like it's hard to fuck up ramen. Like I don't think you can really mess it up too bad. Like obviously you could like I feel like you could have like a mid experience with ramen, but I would argue like a mid experience with ramen is like top, like high tier sushi. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I equate it to. But I agree. If you get a good sushi roll and it slaps, chef's kiss. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Like
That's
it's
great.
just so good.
It's so good. Yeah.
Um, what's your go-to sushi?
Oof. Man, you're hitting me with the hard questions here. I like it. Um, I like a good like spicy salmon or like a spicy tuna roll. Oof, those shits
Really sick.
slap.
I'm a bit of a basic boy. I like either a chicken avocado or a tuna avocado.
Ooh,
I like
okay,
my
yeah.
avocado.
Yeah, I do too. I'll throw
And then I
avocado on
chuck the
mine.
wasabi on top just to like give it that
Just a
extra
little
like zing.
the Salt Bay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're like,
yeah. Because
yeah, I got you.
myself and Ben, are like our guitarist. We're both like absolute spice nuts. Like we'll just, if we can have spicy something, we will have spicy something. So
I feel that. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm the same way. Yeah, I love.
yeah.
My roommates and I bought the hot ones hot, or my one roommate bought the hot ones hot sauce box, and we tried all of them. So I know what
Wow,
that's like. Yeah,
that's so
I'm
sick,
real.
dude.
I'm real dedicated to the
He's
spice. You know.
got it. He's got it. He's got that spice
I
down
got the
pat,
spice
boy.
down packed. But listen, I'm gonna make a pact with you, Raf. If you come to the
Yeah.
states, I'll make you a nice steak.
Okay. And if you come to Australia, I will attempt to make you sushi.
Oh my
I've
god.
never made sushi in my life,
Don't
but I will
try it.
make it especially for
We'll
you.
we'll get like chicken stir fry. I'll rock
Yeah.
with that.
Okay.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
Done. Sorted. Sorted.
Sort
I'll
of.
make it extra spicy for you, baby. Um.
He just puts like the whole. He just dumps it out. He just puts a bunch of pepper in there, just like a fucking like. He's just like, oh yeah, spice, huh?
Yeah. No.
The
Yeah.
Riz, huh? Yeah, the Riz
Yeah.
levels through the roof. So is that
It's coming,
spice
coming
level.
back. It's coming back. It's coming back.
Wow, we really just went. We did a U-turn on that. I love that. The next question I have for you, Raf, is if you guys were to have a dream collaboration on an up and coming Broken Earth track, who would you absolutely love to work with?
I always wanted to work with Chester Bennington. Sadly, that can't happen. Um, but I would love to work with someone like Courtney LaPlante or the Queen herself, Dua Lipa,
Fair
or
enough.
man, like yeah, someone with that like I don't know, kind of like attitude that like can sing and like is really cool. I don't know, like I don't want to work with um, I don't want to work with like no. Let me rephrase. I love no, because like I'm just like getting the words right.
Respect.
Sometimes words come through mouth before brain. Yeah. Anyway, I love collaborating, and I do like a bunch of live guesties for a few mates bands, and they do the same for me, and I love that, and I would love to put them on a track of ours at some stage in the future. But if I was to ever get like do like a dream collab, it wouldn't be with someone in like the heavy scene. It would probably be with someone that like, or at least someone that doesn't scream as like their thing. I'd want to work with like a singer that can add that extra like touch to it, if that makes sense.
I
And
got you.
I think like someone like Courtney or yeah, Julipa or someone like that, like just someone in the more poppy direction, with like cleaner, female vocals. I think female vocals are so underrated in heavy music,
Agreed.
and I would love to be able to bring, bring something cool to that with like a call and response thing, with that.
That would be very sick. Listen, guys, this is the time where you take out your phone and you tag Broken Earth and you tag Spirit Box, and you tag the Queen herself, Dua Lipa, and then you type in the word collab. And listen,
Yeah,
if it's on the internet, there's a very good chance it could be real. So if you want to make that dream
yeah,
a reality, you hit that retweet or you share it on your story. Just just getting a little light, a little
literally melt
something.
like. I don't get starstruck easily, but I think if I was to um yeah, meet them in person or do a collab over online or anything, I think I would literally like I would go into fanboy mode. 100%.
I'm going into fanboy mode right now because I get to talk to Raph from Broken Earth.
Oh my god.
You thought you were safe,
Bro.
Raph, okay? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, see? Can't up the Rizzler. I'm out here. All right, well, I
The
don't know if I
Rizzler.
want to go by
Branded
that title.
Rizzler audio addiction.
I don't know if I could do that. That seems like a already seems like a lot. You know, that's like the people. That's like those people that have like 3 last names. You're just like, bro, just pick one. Come on, man. Just make it easier for
My
everyone.
parents my parents couldn't decide, so they gave me 2 middle names on top of my first and last name. Um and it's a lot when I have to fill out legal documents. I'm just there like I sound like I'm some weird British aristocrat. Like I just,
You're like Raphael Dante Inferno, the fifth.
not far from it. So like you basically
It's
nailed it, dude. Like
Raphael Elden Ring.
yeah. Well, my last name is Smith. So like I was starting this new job the other day, and someone came up to me and he's like, "Man, you've got the most really interesting first name, but you have the most boring last name. What happened there?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro, my bad. I guess I'll choose a different combination next time I'm born. No dramas."
They're like the first the your parent the name was like the first part of it was just like, listen, this is too much Riz. We give him like the most Rizziest first name, so like we really got to like tone it down towards the end. We gotta give him like a basic ass last name. There was too much Riz at the front. I respect it. That's a vibe. Vibe
Yeah, that's
checks.
that's that's cool. Yeah, it's cool. Like they knew I'd be too powerful if I had 2 Riz names, so they just
Oh
give me
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the Joel line would start to kick in. That's yeah. Yeah. It would activate.
Yeah.
It's like winter. It's like
But it's
winter.
like that
Yeah,
like forever.
yeah, you did
Yeah,
have
yeah.
the Riz jawline. I mean, look at him. It's sexy. Whew.
Stop it.
Woo. No, okay. All right. The next question I have for you, Raph, because we're taking this forever. My personal favorite, as we mentioned at the top of the show, I'm a huge nerd, so I love asking this question. If you could be a video game character, who would you be? This may be the hardest question you'll answer tonight, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
Goblin Brain wants to say Trevor from GTA 5. But
Respect.
yeah. Who's that? Who's that Final Fantasy character? With like the blonde hair and the big ass sword.
Cloud Strife.
Yeah, Cloud. Oh, it would be Cloud.
Respect.
That man is like the Rizzler. Like homie is just like, yeah, like I'm down bad just even looking at a photo of him. I'd be like, yeah, let's go. Yeah. So
Raph pulls up a photo of him and he's just like
hey, you up? What are you doing? Being an imagination video game character. Oh, that's cute.
That's cute. What are you doing tonight?
Want to hang out?
And he's like, yeah, if you buy my game. He's like, yeah, I'm only trapped behind a transaction. I will say though, the other character in the game, Sephiroth, I feel like he's. You want to talk about emo Riz? Man's got the most emo Riz.
Yeah, true. Yeah, absolutely. I would absolutely agree with you.
Final
He's a baddie.
Fantasy. I just want to say Fantasy 7. I don't think anyone's gonna say this, and they may not ever say it. So I might be the first person to say it. I just want to say that like the cast of Final Fantasy 7, most Riz,
Most Riz.
most Riz.
Final Fat Rizzy. It's just that's what it's called.
Riz. Final Riz
Rizzle fantasy.
Fantasy Riz 7. Why does that sound like a very lewd game? That just sounds like a terror. That's
That sounds
Fantasy
like something
Riz 7.
Steam. That sounds like something Steam banned 20 times already.
It's like the worst. It's like a worse version of like a Doki Doki Literature Club or something like that, or Sword Art Online.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
definitely.
fine. Fantasy Riz, guys, pick up Fantasy Riz 7 in the link in the description. It's right where you can find Broken Earth's links. All right, well, I'm gonna move on from that because I feel like we've lost the entire people who have watched this. Um, the next question I have for you, Raph, since I have to ask as a fellow weeb myself, fellow
Sure.
anime lover. Listen, there's no weebs. Anime's cool now. We're cool. I was just saying. What anime can you recommend to somebody that is like getting into anime? What are some of the highly recommended picks from Raph?
Man, I don't know what it is, but that Cyberpunk 2077 anime last year just blew my mind. Like, full on, just blew me out of the water. It was, made me cry. It's like 7 episodes, 25 minutes long, so the most anti-anime thing ever. But,
I'm
dude,
looking
it
at you,
is,
One Piece.
yeah, right. Um, but yeah, I would absolutely have to give it to Cyberpunk 2077. The world building is really sick. The animation is sick. I'm in love with the female interest. What you doing later? Yeah. Yeah, dude. I think that's like it's such a sick little mini series, and I think it's like perfect for people that are just like getting into anime because it's like it's a cool little jumping off point, and then once you want to hit Turbo Nerd, go Naruto, or what's that one? The one with the big Titans, Attack on Titan.
I'd like. I didn't want to say anything. I just wanted you to catch your own. So I appreciate that. It would have been funny if
Yeah,
you didn't know what it was. You're like those big titans. What's it called? And then meanwhile, I'm just sitting
bro.
here like,
My best mate who I used to be roommates with for 3 years. One day I was super cooked. At like 9 p.m. on a Tuesday. Yeah, that's the level.
hey,
And I just looked at I was talking to him and I was just like, "What's that one movie? What's it called? Big Head." And he's just like, "Do you mean Megamind?" And I'm like, "Yes."
no, you didn't. No,
Still roasts me
no,
to that to this day. If I ever get married and he's doing the best man speech, he will absolutely put that in there. I absolutely
no,
believe it.
no. That's. Oh, I can't. Oh man, I can't save you from that one. That one's rough. That's L. That's sorry. That's an L.
No, man, biggest dub ever.
Biggest dub ever. I don't know. That's a stretch.
Oh, man, that's all right.
I like that.
We all have our different opinions. It's okay.
It's
Yours
okay.
is wrong. That's all right. Um,
It's okay. You're still high. It's all right.
oh,
I just want somebody. If somebody has watched this whole thing, I just wanted to see how many times that I've actually flirted with Raph throughout this entire interview. I want to know because it's a lot.
I'm loving it. I'm loving
It's
it. This
great.
is this
I
is hot,
gotta
man. This
listen.
is so hot.
I gotta riz up my, all the people I have on here. I want
Yeah,
them to live
absolutely.
their best and most sexiest lives. You know.
Bro, like I'll be honest right now, like this is the most Riz I've experienced in a while. This is fucking insane. I'm in Riz overload. I'm in Riz load right
Okay.
now.
Well, I don't want to riz bomb you, so I'll stop.
Yeah. Bro, no, keep it going. I'm loving this.
My ego is so full right now. Oh my god. The next question I have for you, Raph, is if you were trapped on a desert island for the next month, and there was one album you could bring with you to listen to, what album would that be?
Oh. I always hate this question because I always change my mind, but it's okay. I don't care.
It's in the moment.
In the moment, right now, Sleep Token's new album,
Ooh!
100%. Shock horror. But if I'm being honest, the one album that I think just gets better every time you listen to it is Enter Shikari's The Flash Flood of Color.
Bro, yes, amen. That's such a great album. Enter Shikari, I feel like, is a band that just flies under a lot of people's radar. So anytime they
Yeah.
get highlighted, that's awesome.
It's funny, they were the first actual metal band that I got into.
Oh wow,
And they're not
that's
even that metal.
what an incredible act to get into. Like their older stuff is so chaotic. So for you to be in love with that shit off the rip, that's impressive.
Yeah, yeah, no, I had, because I got into metal around the same time that I met Ben, our guitarist,
Mm-hmm.
and he had come from a jumping off point of black metal, so he'd gone from like the most weirdo, bizarre shit to metalcore. I came from hard rock and like slowly gravitated towards hardcore, post-hardcore, and we kind of met in the middle, and we're like, yeah, let's rip off Northlane for our entire life. No,
Yikes.
no. We actually wanted to rip off Linkin Park. So no, that's how that went.
I respect. These are great.
Hey man, like, I'm
I
just
mean, a
saying
lot
it,
of
you know?
listen. To be fair, I would argue like 90% of the metal scene was like influenced by Linkin Park. So I feel like you're not too far off.
Look, yeah, I'm not going to say anything else because I will get in trouble. But yes, yeah, that's definitely it.
I love that.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it would definitely be either Flash Got of Color, White Pony by Deftones, um, Meteora,
Mm,
or the new Sleep Token album.
mm, I would agree. Yeah, that thing just. I was telling my shout outs to my homie Daryl who did the live stream with me last night. I was telling him like, bro, I'm like this year is gonna be so hard for albums. We had Invent Animate's Heavener. We had this album. Bro,
Dude,
I feel like my year is I'm gonna be fucked by the end of this album of the year list. I'm just gonna say it now. I think I'm gonna. There's no way. And
yeah,
we still have like half the year left. So
yeah,
just saying
yeah, dude.
we got the back half still. So it's gonna be what
Yeah,
wild.
like I'm very glad we're putting out not EPs or albums at the moment because it's so saturated. But that's cool. It's really cool. But like when I say saturated, I don't mean like there's so many. I mean like there's so many good ones. You know what I mean? So
Quality.
it's like, yeah, it's like, and I'm really glad because it feels like we're at a bit of a metalcore renaissance where like bands are switched on again and doing shit. And Sleep Token, Bad Omens, Bring Me the Horizon, blowing the hell up. You know, it's
We love it.
amazing to see.
Love to see it. If you want to
Yeah,
like blow up Broken Earth, you can check the links below. Go give them some love. Just saying. I feel like you want to be on the ground level for Broken Earth. You might as well get
yeah,
stonks or low right now, but they have the potential to go higher. So just like the
bro.
Creed song,
Yeah. The market's good, man. Like it's a great time to invest.
yeah, great time to
We're not a
invest.
cryptocurrency. We're not a scam. I promise. Um,
But you'll make a good return on your investment.
yeah,
So.
absolutely. Yeah.
There you go. Well, the last question I have for you, Raf, is a very deep question. So I feel like I always
Sure,
I
man.
always end off the interview with just the most personable of questions, which
Man,
is
I love this shit. Let's go.
well, thank you. Well, thank you. Well, I want to thank you for spending the time because this is arguably the longest interview I think I've done to this point to date.
Same.
So
Same.
I love that.
Man,
And
just we're
God,
just we're just homies, man. You
we're
just
just
rizzed me
homies.
up, and it was
Yeah.
yeah.
It was
It's
it was
just
love at
guys being
first
guys,
sight.
just dudes being dudes. Yeah,
It was
absolutely.
love, it was
Love
love at first sight.
it. Yeah.
But I love doing this. This is something I've been doing for 7 years.
I love
And
that.
this is I just love showing love to bands. Like this is always music to me has always been something that has made me a better person. And
Yeah.
so I wanted to give back my love to doing this and by showing other love to bands that I genuinely just really enjoy and want to see grow and I want to see do well because I just love seeing my homies do well. Um, you know, what kind of fills your passion for doing music? You know, you've been doing it for a long time. And fortunately, I feel like music is a hard thing to do, especially given, people's lives and what they do and obviously most of the saying goes, if you love what you do, it's not like a job or anything, but that doesn't mean it's not difficult. It doesn't mean it's not hard. So, what kind of fuels your passion to continue to create music and share with everybody?
think for us, and for me in particular, first of all, if I wasn't doing music, um, I don't know if I'd be as motivated with much in life.
Hmm.
It's something that as soon as my parents started me, um, playing piano, um, when I was 6, like I fell in love with it. I love sound. I love art that way. I can't make visual art very well, but I can do a lot of stuff with music, which makes me feel good. Um, so it's a release for me to write music in the first place. Um, and then more importantly, I think what has kept me going, especially in the last couple of years, which have been really tough, both inside and out of the band, different parts of my life, has been putting songs out there where we are seeing an impact with other people. Putting out songs, where people have come up to me after shows and been like, "Hey, that song saved my life," or which is nuts. It's insane to me. Like that I thought that we would be like touring the US before someone said that to me. And that's not the goal, is to be someone's therapist, but
Sure,
um,
sure, sure.
yeah, like people need the help they need, and you can't just expect yourself to be that, and also aim to be that. But you know, seeing everyone leave a show with smiles on their face, connecting with people, seeing that connection in music, um, and having that release of human emotion, um, I think it it helps me have a greater sense of purpose in life. Um, and it helps because I think before I was doing this as like the thing that I want to do for the rest of my
Hmm.
life, I did a psych degree and was doing a master's in social work. Um, and I think part of me just wants to just be there for other people in whatever capacity and help people out.
Same, yeah.
And I think knowing that I've we've done that through our music, um, is more important to me than streams or you know clout, or uh, homies shouting beers or whatever, or whatever that may be. Like, I think like the fame bullshit like doesn't really, that if anything sucks the life out of me, if that's all it ever is. But I think me personally, look, getting up on stage and seeing homies and fans go off in the mosh pit is always such a thrill. But at the core of it, knowing that we are all connecting through music, um, and sharing parts of ourselves with everybody else, and they're doing the same back. Um, that's what I think keeps me going within it every single day, and it's what I will always come back to.
Man, you're gonna make me cry, man. I'm telling you. that was amazing. Yeah, and I think that's kind of surmises like uh, I love asking this question because I think it really surmises my love for the bands that I have on. You know, I think it's really truly over the years that I've asked this question now, it really kind of surmises this thought process. The people that are in this type of music, obviously, you know, want to be able to survive and do what they want to do, but I think realistically, it's about making the scene better and being there for other people. Obviously, it's no substitution for therapy or no substitution for trying to get the help you need, but I think there is a level of like camaraderie that you feel with other people doing this and being a part of that. That I feel like I always want to be able to highlight on my channel because it's helped me as a person find out who I am and what I want to do with my life enough to literally interview bands. Like, um, I don't think that I would be where I am or who I am if I wasn't doing this and trying to help bands do get out there because I think it to me it helped me so much in my life and it's made such a prolific impact on my life that I want to be able to share that impact with other people and have people to share their stories on how music has affected them in that way. And so I appreciate you being, candid about it, Raf, because I think that it only shows that the people that really are invested in the music scene and really want to do it, that they're dedicated enough to do it because they know the like that they may not belong somewhere else, but they know that if they come to a show or whatever, that they belong here and they are wanted here. And I think that that is like such a crucial thing with people who deal with a lot of mental health issues that I think for people to show that they care about the other person, I think that is just such a incredible thing. And I hope that you can reach out to, I'm sure Broken Earth, you can reach out to Broken Earth, but I also feel like, you reach out to me, I always answer those DMs. So feel free to reach out and show the love because I think at the end of the day we can make all the hoots and the hollers and the jokes and the fun shit, but I think also too like I also want to feel like again, I'm not a therapist, but I want to let you know that if you need someone to talk to and you don't have anyone to talk to, like feel free to reach out because there's so many people there that there's so many in this people in this community that show love and I think it's a great thing and it builds that community and that trust within everyone and that's amazing. And again, just want to say I love Broken Earth and I love Raph. He's awesome. He's a homie.
Yeah.
He's like we became homies overnight. It's a
Yeah.
magical experience.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. I absolutely. 1 second. Sorry, my earphones just. Um, switching to the nerdy headphones. Where are we?
Oh,
Uh,
those are some sick headphones, bro. Oh no, I can't hear you. No.
how about now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, dude, these are like $20 op shop headphones I got with like in 2017. They've just lasted me. Um,
Respect.
yeah, yeah, they're fun. They're cool.
Wow. Now Raph looks like a
But
gamer.
yeah, fucking gamer
What's
house.
up, gamers?
How have you got this little like USB controller that I have for when I'm playing PS2 games on my NOS emulator? And it just fell. But yeah, yeah, I really love what you're doing here, man. Like I think
Oh,
like I think yeah, being real, like seeing like people like yourself wants to give that exposure to other bands and reach out, have a chat, just hang out. I think it's like such a great way to build community and like everyone has a part to play in all of that and that like includes you in that as well, Brandon. Like I think um everyone always I think a lot of people always like kind of go, oh, but like they're doing it already and they're so big and I don't know if I will even have much of an impact of anything or if it's just going to be
all the same. But it's like, no, I think everyone that contributes and does something is creative in some way in any community they're a part of helps build it. It only grows. It doesn't shrink or get saturated. You know what I mean? So, dude, like, absolutely same vibes from me to you, man. Like, I absolutely like. I love and respect what you're doing, dude. It's so sick.
Awesome. Well, listen, this is the time to shill. I am going to give the floor to Raph. He is going to give his best YouTube pitch to you guys about Broken Earth, what they have
Sure.
coming up next, social media, merch, if you have it, whatever, what have you.
We
This is
do.
your time, Raph, to just
All
lay it
right,
out
man.
to the people. This is I want to see Raph Unchained, you know?
No, you don't. No one
Not
wants to see
unhinged,
that.
unchained. Unhinged is a little worse, arguably.
We'll see. Um, I bet.
No, please
No.
don't do it. For the love of God, don't do it, man. Come on. We had such a good.
No, don't do it.
Don't do it, man.
Stop it.
Yeah. I said unchained, not unhinged, man. All right.
Oh shit! Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Hello, I'm Raph from Broken Earth. Thank you for checking out this interview. We are a new metalcore band from Sydney, Australia. We've put out our new song Breathe. You can check it out in the links below. If you're from Australia and you see this, come along to our headliner in Sydney on June 16th. We got Elysian, Head Wreck, Ghost Complex, Auratech joining us. It's going to be a sick night. In the meantime, you can buy some merch. That's all going to be in the link below. And we fucking hope to see you online, hanging out, or coming to a show whenever you can. We'll connect with everyone, and we're gonna have a fucking sick time. Let's go, YouTube!
Wow, that was awesome. I feel
Yeah.
so pumped right now, even though it's midnight my time. I just feel amped. I love it. So
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
listen, I have talked to Raph for a collective almost 3 hours. So listen, if you have made it to the end, you are a true hero. I just want to say
Yeah.
you have the will of a saint, and I appreciate that. So listen, I want to give a shout out to Ophelia. I'm sorry, and also you're great, but this was awesome, and I love Broken Earth, and I love Raph. And listen, I know you're gonna be upset, and that's okay. But I just want to let you know that this is gonna be the viral hit that they need. So we're gonna crush it, you know. So listen, go check out Broken Earth before they blow up like Sleep Token. So check the links below. They're very sick. I love them. They're like Raph and I are brothers now, pretty much. So
Yeah.
please go.
Brandon's a sick cunt. Keep going to his channel and watching his videos because he's got the Giga Chat over everybody else right now, and he will be absolutely rocketing up like
Good.
stonks, baby. Let's
Stonks,
go.
baby. Big stonks, big stonks. Well, listen,
Big
if you
song.
want to go check out Broken Earth. They're rad. I'll also leave links to Breathe and all of their other music. Just go check it all out. It's all fantastic.
Yeah.
Listen, they slap. Go give them a follow on Spotify so you don't miss out on a new song drop. They're gonna be doing some new stuff. Raph may have given a little bit of a tidbit on what's to come.
Yeah.
So
We'll see.
just a little soft bay
Just,
action. So just
just a little teaser as a
just a little
treat,
teaser, just a little teaser, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a little snack.
Yeah.
So go
Yeah.
give them some love. They're awesome. If you enjoyed this interview, share, like, and subscribe. If you made it through the entire interview, type in poggers in the chat down in the comments below
Yes.
because I
Oh
need
my
to know.
god.
So if you made
Yes.
it, you are a pogger.
Yeah.
I appreciate that,
Yeah.
and huge thanks
Poggers
to
never.
Raph for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me, Brandon. It's been an absolute pleasure, and an absolute journey, and I've loved every second of it, my dude.
All keyest riffs I can, and then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, thank you for being here, and then be like, hit him with like the two step,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Just be like, hi, we're X Band. Thank you so much for turning out. We really appreciate it. Anyway, times to die. Dun, 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 dun.
That's the song title name. It's Time to Die, and I'm like, thank you. That's off of our seminal album. We Want the World to Burn. really appreciate you joining us here. We just wanted to be able to spread the love here, and just for you all to be here and be so nice to each other. It's an incredibly heartwarming feeling, and you're like, next song is I hope those worms come out of your eyeballs. All right, let's go.
Not gonna lie, that's not far from how we go. Like, like we have like the meanest fucking songs and the meanest riffs. Not gonna lie, we go hard.
You
And then
do.
like I don't know, like I'll be like all G'd up and I'll have like a 20-second breather and I'll just be there like, you guys are all fucking lovely. Don't let anybody else tell you that you're not a beautiful person. I'm just there like, what are you doing, Raph? Like,
you just shower them with compliment, and then you're like,
yeah.
You're
Anyway,
about the
fucking
most
kill each
beautiful
other.
crowd I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, no,
actually
it
feel a little
goes-
bit strange saying how many hot people there are out there.
Oh no, I don't feel strange doing that. I'll literally just be there like, you're all fucking hot. Boom.
And then someone in the back farts, it'd be great.
Yeah. Mood
love it.
over.
We
Never
really
mind,
came
it's
full
ruined.
circle here.
Kill that guy who farted.
Kill him with kindness. Make sure you give him a bunch of smooches. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Sick. Thank you. That's our song.
Yeah, no, the band
Bleeding Brain.
the band
All right.
and the band and my mate have all joked that like during a mosh I'll be like fucking kill each other, and then as soon as like we have a break in a song I'll like be angrily lovely about everything. I just because like I'm not like a very like I guess like fighty boy on
I
the
feel that,
inside. Like,
yeah.
I'm very chill. So like but like I know that I gotta like G people up. So like for me I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna lie, it's cool to be here. It's cool to be playing this show. That's like my vibe the whole time.
I want to be if I was ever front a band, I'd be like, hey guys, thank you for being here. It'd be really cool if you checked our band out. Thank you. That would be awesome. Oh, I would be so happy if you check our band out. Please, thank you. Ooh woo.
Fucking at the Wind Waker show, I might do that just now, just for you. I might just be like, fuck it, let's go. Like, oh my god, like
Somebody better get a video of that. You're like, oh, it'd be really sick if you checked our band out. Ooh woo.
hey guys, thanks so much for turning out. We're broken.
And then you're like, this is Breathe.
Yeah. Yes. No. For real. I will do that.
Okay, thank you. Well, I have it
Yeah.
recorded now, so I feel like I feel like you have to do it. You're legally binded into that.
Okay. Cool. Done. Fine. Whatever.
And did you want me to? I don't know. Okay, so Ophelia gave me Raphael, and I was like, is that really like the? I'm like, am I going to call him Raphael? And I was like, that's kind of hot.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
No.
I was like, damn, okay. And he was
Man, I
like-
love names.
And then I saw his music. I saw the
Um,
music video for Breathe. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna have to change my pants later.
Stop it.
Hottie alert! Woo!
No,
Woo!
bro, all like everyone in my band is like really good looking. Like
You're
it's
right.
actually unfair. It's unfair. Like
You
we
guys,
have some very handsome boys.
yeah. What's in the water in Australia, man? I'll tell you what. You guys are all hot. It's fucking insane.
Um.
Can you give me
Yeah,
some of
look,
that
so-
hotness? I need it.
So what happens is, oh no, you're an absolute 10. I'll
Oh.
go there. But I would like to say that I think it's because we're all poor, and so
You don't have to say anything else. You could have just stopped. We're poor. That's it.
yeah, we're poor, so we have to be hot in order to survive. That's really no.
God, that's terrible.
Why? Why do they let me do the interviews?
It's all right. I respect it. Or totally cut that part out. I don't want people to get the wrong idea. They're just like, damn, they're all they're real fucking hot, but God, They're like, like those ASP. I don't know if they have those in Australia. There's like the Sarah McLachlan like meme thing where they're like in the arms, and it's just like for you for $1 a day can support this Australian hottie. For I should make like I should make like I should make like a fake video for like all of the Australian like artists I have on, and I should do like one of those dumb like fade things, and it's just like, hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brandon from Audio Addiction. Listen, if you or a loved one has a beautiful Australian and you're like, man, they're so hot but yet so poor, for just $1 a day, could support these bands like Broken Earth, Bellhaven, North Road.
Oh, North Road?
North Road. Have you heard of North Road?
Do you mean North Lane?
No, North Road. You haven't heard of North Road?
North Road. Oh, true.
Yeah.
Oh, man, because they style it like NTHRD.
Yes.
So I've just always been like, oh, that's a cool name. But like,
That's a cool name.
my little gold, my goldfish brain is just like that's
fair. Yeah. I also actually said the same thing. I was like, "Is that your band name?" And they were like, "No, it's North Road." And I was like, "Okay, I'll trust you on that."
Oh. Yeah. All
Is
right,
that some weird Australian thing? I would believe it.
Yeah. Look, we have a few bands that decide to put their A's as V's. It was bigger about 5 years ago. It seemed like every second.
Now
band
they're
had
just
a V
taking
in their
letters
name.
out. Eventually there's just actually going to be no name. They're just going to show up.
Oh no! What I'm looking for is for the return of numbers in place of letters, like they did during the new metal times. Like I'm just waiting for that to happen again. I feel like we're so close. We are so close to a full new metal resurgence. I just want to see, I just want it to be like BR0K3N 3.
I'm actually just going to title this video now Broken Earth, but instead of the E's, I'm just going to replace them with 3's.
Do it.
Okay.
Sure.
Just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Listen, I'm a legitimate channel here, Ralph, okay? I need to be taken with the level of honesty and clarity that only YouTube can bring. So...
Look, and
I felt like a
clarity does that.
I felt like a spokesperson for YouTube. I'm actually reading off a teleprompter, so please save me. You're actually like trapped in Susan's basement. Cool basement. It's a sick basement. Yeah, she feeds me well.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Does she feed you with advert revenue or how does it go for you?
It's actually any money I can make off a YouTube video, then she converts it into a McDonald's Happy Meal. So half my body is made of chicken nuggets. My bones are held up by the French fries that they throw in the fryer. I just taped it. This is already gonna be great. If someone makes it beyond this shit that we've started the interview off with, I'm gonna be very surprised.
When did you hit record, by the way?
This is we're 10 minutes in, baby. I'm gonna cut up little bits and pieces of this. I think this is comedy gold here. I'm just gonna put some shit completely out of context. It's just gonna be great.
Dude, go for it. I give you full permission.
It'll all be at the end though, because I feel like I have to keep a level of legitimacy here on the channel. So I'll just be like, listen, stay tuned for the end for some good bloopers. It was great. Well, not bloopers, because everything is good content, but if you guys want to see the crazy shit here, whoa,
whoa, hardcore. They were talking about chicken nuggets.
The air horn. Or just I will tell you, I did find I was looking, I don't know how I found out about it, but I was going through like YouTube and trying to find like funny like meme stuff, and somebody had posted a reverberated fart sound. So I think I've achieved comedy gold here now. Here on the channel standard has been raised. So now every time I'm gonna think of something really stupid, or there's just gonna be a palpable like silence in the video, I'm just gonna throw a fart sound in there, and it's gonna be, and then it's gonna be like completely reverberated throughout. I was like, this is great. I'm like, I couldn't go for the low hanging fruit, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's great.
I've just had the worst idea ever. I have about 5 of them a day. My friends are sick of me. But I've just had a new, really good, bad idea, and that is that we sample the sleep token fart in a breakdown of ours where there's a little gap. So you just be like, bow, ticka 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 bow, bow down, ticka ticka bow. Yep.
Oh my god. Or you remix it for like for like a snare bomb.
It's really funny you say that, because after this I'm going over to Seb, our drummer's house, to do some writing. So, so we might just make an intro trap song for our live set, and it's just the fart with like drums over it, just like.
That would be amazing. I would love that. I would go off. I think that's what truly would just break me as an individual. If someone had replaced the snare bomb with like a fart sound, just like they're just like, and it's just like just completely just blasted out. Or like an 808. Instead of the 808, it's just a fart. It's just like oh my god. I already love. I just want to say, guys, I already love Ralph so much. Just he's now my best friend. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
rose
bro. We're
ranks.
besties now.
We
Audio
literally-
addiction, broken earth takeover, baby. Let's
go. Well,
fighting our way to the top.
with fart sounds, baby. All right. Well,
Yeah.
let's actually start it, Ralph.